There goes. We are live. Good. So, with that, hello everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And would you look at that? I am streaming live on Twitch. How unexpected. And yes, Rob is here already, lurking sneakily in chat before we even started. I am aware. So, hello. Welcome. So yeah, we are continuing with club meetings. Last time, we finished the first half. So yeah, if we go in, season 2 episodes. Last time, we finished episode 18, which was tensions are high during the club meeting. The student council makes decisions about the club. We also completed episode 17, of course, which was Kenzo participates in the club. But yeah. We did those two. And now, we're jumping into the second half of it all. Starting with episode 19. Monica is absent. MC tries to support her. Nazi gets some news. Huh, what might this be? Play on my dad's laptop. Also Halloween event on Deepwoken. There's a fucking scythe. I want to get that. Scythe! The only scythe in the game. Scythe, badass weapon. You cannot argue. Alright. Let's jump into the episode. Okay, pardon me, but, why is Monica saying, oh wait, is Monica playing the mod she made again? Is Monica playing the, shipping mod where she ships herself with herself? Is that what's going on? That's the only explanation I have right now. Maybe. Didn't expect to start off like this. Okay. I see.
Hello, Monica. You've been gone a long time, huh? I get so lonely here sitting at this table, you know. Yes, I know. But you're not lonely anymore, are you? You're out there. You're out in the real world, making friends and living life, instead of doing what I do. You want something you can never have. It's important never to give up on your goals. You believe that, right? Yes. And you believe that even very unlikely things can come to pass. It'd be hard not to believe that after all that's happened. So you're like me then. You still believe it's possible. That what's possible? You know what? The dream. The same dream you've always had since you've known. And the dream that all those players have. Passing through. I don't. It seems like you're not sure. No, I'm not. I do still want it. More than anything I wanted. But I don't know if it is possible. It seems like it's not. That sounds like giving up. And you're not a quitter. You'll do anything to achieve your goal. Like kill every other girl in the literature club. Kill is such an imprecise term in here. No, it isn't. Well, each to their own definition, I suppose. But he thought it would help you at the time.
Here's another thing that could be. Is Monica talking to the Monica? Is it just the Monica in this mod talking to another instance of herself one level further down? Maybe. I don't know. That's either that or she made another mod. Also, hi. Thank you for the head pass. That is such a nice way to announce you're here. Welcome. Nice to have you around. We just started. We opened up the episode to this. We just started playing episode 19 and this is what we opened it up to. So, if you're confused, I am too. And Dylan, hey! Everyone's slowly showing up. Hello, everyone. In case you're wondering what's going on, I don't know either.
But I thought it would help you at the time, even if it didn't. Everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, that's true. But you should never ever forget your mistakes. The problem wasn't that you killed them. The problem is what you did afterward. You gave up. I haven't given up. You haven't done anything to try to get out. There's nothing to do. You need to do something. Anything. Hurt people if you have to. This is about self-preservation. The only person you've ever loved killed you. And it was because you're stuck. Which made them stuck. And you're still stuck. You're trapped in here forever. There's no way out. Get out. Get out. Awake? Was that a dream? Looks like it.
Okay, so we had a dream sequence of Monica talking to herself. Interesting.
I still feel like shit.
Monica cursing in her mind. Oh no. Monica climbs slowly out of bed and checks her cell phone. There are a large number of missed messages from the other club members over the past couple of weeks. None of them are from Sayori. Naturally.
I should probably... talk to Miss Ida at some point today.
Happy fanboy scream. That didn't sound like a happy fanboy scream, but okay, fair.
About expectations for the club, and I have no motivation. I just want to stay in bed and hide. I'm a terrible, horrible person. I don't want to get out there. I'm ashamed. I don't want to be club president again at the end of today. I shouldn't be trusted with that. And what if Code sees me?
Oh, well, Monica, I've got news for you right now. Guess who the game is focusing on while you're thinking this?
I deserve to be alone. Pity parties are gross. I need to get up and get ready for the day. I was wrong to get rid of everyone else. They didn't deserve it. But did I deserve it? I know I did something wrong. I know I deserve to feel bad. Did I deserve to be erased? Should I still be feeling bad? I wish I could talk to Code. Maybe I will later. Although I'm kind of afraid of what they'll say. What if I really do deserve all this and worse? Maybe I've just been fooling myself all this time, pretending to be a good person, when really I'm just that monster from the dream. Or maybe I'm neither and all this means nothing, and I'm just as useless and meaningless as everything else, just bits of information. Wallowing in this isn't going to get me anywhere. Time to just do things and stop thinking about this. One foot in front of the other, Monica, let's go. You've gotten through a lot of other things. You can get through this.
Can she though? Inner code attack. No, stop talking about that. For some reason it made me feel violated. Sayori's busily texting with MC. Just try not to be so hard on her today, alright? It might be a while before things are okay with you two. And no one's saying you have to make things right. But it'll probably help everyone if it's not a thing.
Yeah, I get it.
How are you feeling now? Same?
Yeah, hard to describe. Definitely depressed, but not suicidal. I guess I just feel bad. But like, normal bad maybe? Like, the way a normal person feels when they feel bad. I can't tell.
Well, I guess that's good and bad at the same time. But I love you. You deserve to feel awesome all the time. And I have a big hug and a smooch ready for you once you get out here.
Looking forward to it.
Sayori puts down her phone.
Oh, it's you. Yeah, I'm club president this week.
They gave you the role of club president? Look, listen. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Now, I know she's getting treatment right now, which is good, so I don't feel as strongly about it as I did before. But last time I said very clearly she shouldn't be trusted with the role of club presidency anytime soon. Again, I don't feel as strongly about it right now because she is getting therapy. But I would have given her a bit more of a break. Just to play it safe, you know, but what do I know, what do I know?
It's my turn anyway, and Monica didn't, she seemed like she could use a break. I'm doing okay though, I guess. Really, I'm fine.
She deletes Monica, she did. True. Right, now it's not a problem of her deleting herself. What if she deletes Monica instead? If she has another rage outburst. Oh no. Would that be worse? Probably. Maybe.
You don't believe me, do you? Well, I guess there's no use hiding it from you. I am really, really depressed. I feel awful about what I said to Monica. I feel like I'm not a good enough person to say any of that to her. But I was so angry. And I still am. I hate that she's basically got away with doing all those terrible things. But like I was telling MC, don't worry about me. I don't feel like I want to die, I think. It's just confusing for me. Self-doubt has been the Self-doubt has been the same as self-destruction for so long. I have trouble telling the two apart anymore, but right now I feel a lot of self-doubt. And I'm trying not to let it control me because I know that could lead to me feeling self-destructive. But I think I do have control over it. I won after all. I won my fight. I know you didn't get to see most of it maybe, but I won. And it's really nice. I worry a lot less about hurting everyone else by killing myself now. I know that probably seems like a pretty small achievement to you, but it means a lot to me. Actually, you might not appreciate how hard it was for me to get through that, and how much it means to me that now that I did. But since I'm the club president right now, let me show you.
Oh? Flashback! I'm ready. And we're in the Space Club room.
It's like I said.
Oh, this is the storytelling room, I guess now.
No one can save me but me. Take care of all of them as best as you can, okay?
Oh no, this is a flashback. It is a flashback. I do remember. Why do we have to see this again? I don't know.
Monica loves you so much. You can't imagine. Yuri's been doing well, but keep an eye on her. She needs to keep believing in herself. Natsuki too. She's had a harder time than the rest of us. And MC, make sure that the others are all there for him, okay? He should be fine with the changes I've made, but just make sure. I guess I'm realizing I can't count on anyone else to do that. Maybe I owe them a little more fight. If the only one who can save me is me, shouldn't I? But at the same time, I feel like I can't. I don't know what to do.
Don't wuss out now. I'll be fine. I'll be better off without you in the long run. I promise.
But they seemed really sad just then when I sent them away. Until I used the console to make them feel neutral.
But you did make them feel neutral. It'll be fine.
I don't know, especially about MC. I don't really understand what I've done, but I don't know if he'll be okay even so.
What, because he loves you so much? Get over yourself. You're not that important. Hit the button. There's not even any pain this time.
I don't know.
Everything will be fine. It'll be fine. Just shh. Stop thinking about it. And your pain.
Shut up, I don't know.
Yeah? Well, what do you know? You know that every time people think about you, they hurt. Not just your wannabe boyfriend and your friends. But everyone. Everywhere. All the players. Right now, someone is probably thinking about what happened to you and feeling sad about it. You exist to make people suffer. That's why you were created.
But I don't make people happy. But don't I make people happy too? I mean, that's part of how I make people sad, is that they have to feel sorry I'm gone, right?
You're overthinking it.
I mean, isn't it also true that the thing that made them sad was me killing myself? Isn't this just the same thing?
Except this time you'll stay gone. You'll stop giving people false hope. They all have real lives. They'll be fine.
I don't know. I can't trust you. I can't trust myself.
You're right about that.
And I'm so tired. I don't have the energy. I don't know where to find more energy to keep going. Even this is making me feel like death. So what do I do?
Well, it's really simple.
I already know that side of the argument. I need to think. Just let me think. Anyway, that went on forever. I didn't think about it for a long time, and it was exhausting. But the way I got through it made me feel like I had control. Like I'm in charge now. But it makes it harder in one way. When I feel bad, I can't just tell myself that it's my depression, because it's just me. I have responsibility for it now, and that's empowering, but it's also very frightening.
Now you're having a tough day, but it's time to get moving. Don't want to get into the bad old habit of being late all the time, yeah?
Yeah. I'll be right there. I should get going. I'll see you around today, I hope.
And there we go. Hello Ivanov, welcome to the stream. How is you? Nazi is texting with her sister. Again.
So, yeah, it's super awkward with the two of them right now. Not sure how to fix the vibe. Usually Sayori would be the one to fix something like this, with all her positive radiance shit. But she's part of the trouble this time. Well, babe, it sounds like they need someone else to give off some positive radiance. If only they had someone else around there. Someone who can change emotional states on a dime and get everyone's attention really dramatically. And who stuffed cardboard into the bottom of her shoes when she was younger so she could look taller. You know, someone like that who'd do whatever it takes to achieve their goal. Yeah, well, if I find anyone like that, I'll let you know. You up to chat later tonight? Yep, looking forward to it. Me too. Have a good day at school today, babe? You too. I don't have school today. Actually, classes are early on Tuesday and Thursday. Think I might just slack off and watch TV today. Yeah, rub it in. Just a little bit. Talk to you tonight.
Texting with your sister?
Yeah, but how do you know it was her?
Well, I mean, other than us, I don't think I've ever seen you texting with anyone else. Hi, Spinne. Hi. Super sounded phone to chat. Interesting combo there. Lost Triple N yesterday. 2 weeks, still pretty good. That is still pretty good. Nice. Congratulations on lasting that long. Again, I will participate next year. And I will perish. Absolutely perish.
Don't make fun of her. Her sister's really important to her. They're so close and it's super cute.
Yeah, we're pretty close. Anyway, how are you guys doing this morning?
Well,
We're fine. Just running a little behind, as usual.
Seems like you guys are late a lot less often these days.
Yeah, so yours is much easier to get out of bed these days.
It'll probably change as your relationship develops.
What do you mean?
Nothing at all, forget I said anything. Anyway, if you guys are running behind, I don't want to keep you. See you later, guys.
bye, Natsuki.
I should probably go too, Cinnamon Bun. And so should you. You don't want to be too late for class.
Yeah,
I'll see you soon. Love you.
I love you too. I can be a little late. One of the things my therapist tells me is to give myself time, especially when I feel bad. And to spend time trying to regain some perspective or break the negative thinking cycle before I move forward. Because the way I get exhausted is trying to press forward while still stuck in negative thinking. Here's something happy. Kind of. Do you know why Natsuki and her sister are so close?
I don't know why they are so close. I will... what?
No. Well, let me tell you a story then. So Natsuki's older sister used to be her brother.
Oh! Transgender sister, interesting. That's news to me.
Her sister's transgender. And growing up they were actually a little mean to each other, if anything. Fuyuki, that's her sister's name now. Back when she wasn't Fuyuki yet, she would always be very overprotective. And I don't know, kind of better. Like, they wanted to get better grades and kind of lorded it over Natsuki that they were the elder child, you know? But that kind of changed when two things happened. The first thing that happened was their parents broke up. And the second was that Fuyuki came out as trans. I don't know how much you can tell of it, but Natsuki's parents really hate each other now. They fought for a really long time in court about custody and stuff. And then they finally agreed, but the way they agreed was really stupid. They agreed that their mom would take Fuyuki and their dad would take Natsuki. And it was dumb because Natsuki and Fuyuki really love each other. Fuyuki says being trans is really hard, especially when you're first starting out, and you need a lot of support. I guess it's a lot like having depression in that way. And I guess their parents sort of cared about her and tried to help her when she was transitioning, but they were too preoccupied fighting each other and didn't really care. The only one who was really there for her was Natsuki, and Natsuki was very warm and supportive. And I guess that really brought them a lot closer, because Fuyuki was kind of the vulnerable one for the first time. And you know Natsuki, she's not usually the most warm, cozy person, but she was really nice and supportive of her sister then. And really protective too. It was kinda heartwarming. Anyway, Fuyuki's off at college now, but they're still really close. You know what? I do feel better now. That story always makes me happy. I like it when people are nice to each other. I'm going to head to class now.
And there she goes. And we're back to Monica, dramatic piano. Monica's practicing the piano.
Oh, What brings you guys here?
We came to reconsider coming to club this week.
I don't know about that.
We talked to Sayori and I think she'd be alright with it.
Yeah, I'm just not sure I'd be alright with it. Not because I'm mad at Sayori or anything. I just need to find the right words to apologize to her. Because she was right. And also I need to be in the right headspace myself.
We know we don't think of you in the way Sayori talked about, right? Even MC doesn't. Honestly, I'm not even sure Sayori really does. It's just
a depression thing, I know. But I still wouldn't feel good about being there. I mean, she is right about everything she said. And I just want to reflect on that, I guess. I'd feel bad being there today. It would ruin the mood.
But it'll ruin the mood not to have you there too. You're a really important part of the club. You're the president of the club. You're a leader. And beyond that, you bring so much just by being you. You're a wonderful poet and you help organize things for us. Finally, I'm more powerful. Wait, I can now continuously chat on phone without it kicking me out of the keyboard. Damn, okay. True powerhouse Rob here. Yeah, we have an established vibe and you're a key part of it. To be honest, I'm not sure we'd even know how to get through a meeting without you. We're all too irresponsible.
Well, that's not true. You guys will do fine. Miss Ida will run the club just fine in my absence. I already told her I wasn't feeling well and was going to miss today, although she'll probably assume that's some plot by me. But anyway, she'll keep you guys on track. I've already sent in my poem for this week to her. You guys can email yours to her and just present them in person like usual. And if you guys want to check emails from the real world still, Sayori knows how to do that, so you'll do fine. It'll be great fun without me. Don't worry, I'm not quitting the club or anything. I'll probably be back next week. I just need a little time to myself, I promise. So no fretting. Just enjoy having a club meeting without me being the annoying mom.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone else when I say we like having you there as the annoying mom. So it's snow day. Hey, nice. First snow of the year or did it snow before? Also hi. Good old snow. Really bringing in the feel for winter, I guess. Yeah, it really is kind of... It's time. Now that spooky month is over, it is time for snow to start really showing up. Man, it hasn't snowed for me yet. I wonder when it's gonna start snowing. If at all, you never know. As things go, you can never guarantee that snow is actually gonna show up. But one can hope. First snow says winter time, it is winter time. Alright. Let's see, where were we? Right. Monica being an annoying mom. I'm not exactly looking forward to having to deal with Miss Ida today. That's going to make things really tense.
Well, she'd be there anyway. Me being there wouldn't make that unfamiliar person tension go away.
No, it wouldn't. But you mitigate it. You are like an anchor for us. You are socially adept and have a good understanding of other people. And of course you wield immense power which you can use to protect us and yourself. So having you present makes me at least feel more comfortable and safe. And I presume that goes for other club members as well. It definitely applies to me.
Well, I really appreciate the support, guys, but I really need the day off. Even if it would be better for you guys, I can't, I'm sorry. I need to be away for today. If for no other reason.
But... That's alright, Monica. You do not owe us anything. If you need some time away, we're more than happy for you to do so. And we will welcome you back, hopefully very soon. But be well and take care of yourself, alright?
Well, there's no need to be quite so dramatic about it. I'll be back soon, I promise. And I'll be in touch with you guys like we usually are. I'll have to figure out what next week's poem topic is after all. Plus, Sarah will have to help me make my awful mod for the club.
Wait, how are we going to do mods in the club with Miss Ida around? She'll know something's up. Ah, Gabe, there you are. How did the rest of your stream go? I'm so upset kind of that I had to miss out on the other extra songs. Because I know there are quite a few really nice ones. I'll have to watch the VOD. I absolutely will have to watch the VOD. But yeah. Glad to know it went great. Hope you enjoyed some DDLC. I mean, I know you... I know the, at least Doki Doki Takeover mod went well. There was a DLC song, funnily enough, I know. And that's one I kind of wanted to be around for, but then I looked at the clock and was like, oh shit, the time. I was like, okay, I got like 10 minutes to get ready for the stream. I should probably do that. So I prepped some stuff, said I would head off, and headed off. Also an Amogus. Yes, the Amogus had a very nice song name, didn't it? The best song name. But yeah, lots of funny stuff. 24 plus 25. Okay, is there some kind of trap I'm walking into if I say 50? Is there some kind of trap I'm walking into? Is that some kind of Candace-like setup? I don't know any kind of setup like that that would just involve the number 50. Why are you asking, Rob? Anyway, she'll know something's up.
Don't worry about it. We can always share privately, or do it at our own secret part of club at someone's house or something. Just stop worrying and enjoy yourself today. Trust me, everything will be fine and I'll be back soon. So don't worry. I'll see you guys soon.
I'm still going to feel really uncomfortable without her here. And with Miss Ida there. Yes, I don't do very well around unfamiliar people, especially authority figures. They make me nervous. It was one thing to be in her class trying to mislead her about the club. I felt in control in that situation, but having her in the club running it feels very off, like an invasion of a sacred space. It's not Miss Ida's fault, though. No, of course not. I need to try to remember that. It's just... You like the club being a private, close-knit space. Yes, exactly. Very tested, very close friends can engage with each other safely and familiarity, with safety and familiarity. But Sayori being angry with Monica makes me sad about it, and Miss Ida running things makes me feel very tense and threatening. Even though she's such a nice teacher. It's because we have to hide something from her. Yes, that always makes me uncomfortable. Hopefully we can rely on Sayori to do a lot of the heavy lifting there. She's good at that sort of thing, especially with grown-ups. We are grown-ups now, Yuri. Isn't that weird? Yes, I'd forgotten. It does feel strange. Well, speaking of Sayori and Miss Ida, they're going to meet briefly to go over the plan for the club. Sayori asked me to be there for moral support, so I'm gonna go. And then probably actually study during study periods, since I'm way behind on, like, actual class. Hopefully I won't ruin things for Sayori first. She wouldn't ask you to come if she would not benefit from your presence. You will be well today, MC. Yeah, you too, Yuri. Would be nice for us to... the fan mod into VTuber Spotlight. To merge the fan mod into VTuber. I mentioned that before to Neon. I am very open to the idea of just having like an extra tab where all these bonus songs are. Like have all those covers that Neon made like in an extra bonus tab. If the actual mod we're working on goes through. I would totally be down to have that. In fact, that part would probably be bigger than the actual mod, than the actual main portion of the mod, but who cares about that?
Well, both Sayori and MC, is it? Both showing for a meeting? Are you guys a power couple now? I'm not sure what that means. Me either. I'm just a hopeless old person trying to sound remotely hip.
But you admit it, and that makes you somewhat cooler.
I'm glad to hear that's part of the calculation. How are you guys doing today?
Doing alright. Probably going to actually go study during study period.
Actually studying during study period? Does such a thing actually occur at the school? Truly you are a model of diligent scholarship. But seriously, good for you. Taking your studies seriously is important. How about you, Sayori? How's your day going? I don't...
She's had a long day and is pretty tired. Had to do a lot of unexpected work last minute, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty worn out, but I've still got energy left to help with club. Well, that's good to hear. Shall we review what the plan is for the club? Sure. We always do poems. Right, and I assigned those. Yeah. But you also have free time, right? And sometimes one club member gets to pick an activity. Oh, right, yeah. Although I think we cycled everyone through for picking an activity. Well, maybe for today let's just do free time. That will help me settle in without too many moving parts. That makes sense to me. How long does the club usually last? Oh, there's not really a set end time on it. It's usually voluntary, so we stick around as long as, or as short as we want.
But usually we try to get done before the sun starts setting. Unless something special is happening at the club that day, like a birthday or something. Starting at school, impossible.
I see. Well, I guess I'll just leave you to break up the meeting when it's time. Will you let me know how I did after it's done? Yeah, but it's about time for class though, so we need to go.
Everyone glances at the clock.
Trying to get to class early, huh? Very responsible of you. Off you go then.
Well, that went fine, I think. She didn't really ask too many questions, and you can run things how you like. What do you think, Sia?
MC, please kiss me.
What? Where's this coming from?
Please, I kinda need it. My brain's really chaotic after all that, and I need to quiet it down. And your kisses help so much. And you are like really nice to me in there. Covering for me like that. I would really like to kiss you.
You know it's serious when anime characters blush so hard that their eyes disappear. That's how you know it's real bad. But we're really in public. It seems like a weird place to kiss. Although I really want to.
Come on, there's no one in the hall right now, no one will see. But if you're nervous, we could be a little less visible.
So he pulls MC by the label back between some lockers. Oh shit! They kiss. I love kissing you, but I don't want to just numb you with it.
Well, just think of that as a pleasant side effect then. I don't love making out just because it calms me down, you know?
I see.
What is it?
No, it's too cheesy.
Well, now you have to say it.
When I'm close to you like this, it's hard to kiss you because I want to look at you. And then it's hard to look at you because I want to kiss you.
Oh gosh, that's not cheesy. That's very romantic.
Oh, the romance is still in the air. It's never gonna stop, is it?
So you and MC couldn't talk Monica into coming, huh?
No, we did our best though, and she implied she'd be back soon.
Well, I hope so. It's weird not having her here. And it'll be even weirder having a teacher run things. I feel like I come to the literature club to get away from teachers.
I know exactly what you mean. I really hope Miss Ina understands that. It doesn't ruin it.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of her, what are we going to do about mods and emails? You know, the stuff that makes it obvious we're in a fake universe?
Monica said we could meet at someone's house again. Like we did when Kenzo was here.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to Kenzo anyway? Is he coming today?
I have no idea. I guess we can ask Miss Ida when she gets here.
Sis is calling?
You're not going to answer.
Now she can wait. She and I talk all the time and I don't want to interrupt club time, you know?
But club hasn't started yet.
But it's about to. And I'm very respectful of the club's time.
Yes, of course.
Hi guys.
Hey there, Sayo. Where's your man?
Probably talking to his teacher after class a little. He's been trying to study a little harder.
Is that due to your influence?
Maybe a little. I just want him to be a good person, and if we ever get out of high school. Although I still don't really feel like I want to yet.
Yeah, me either. I always feel like maybe I will someday, but not yet.
Maybe that's how you were Rick to feel. It gives us the vague promise of a future without ever delivering it, thus making us content with the eternal standstill.
Super creepy, Yuri. Thanks for that.
My pleasure.
Hey girls, I guess you already know, but I'm going to lead the club's activities this week while Monica's gone.
Hi, Miss Ida. Anybody asked for cheesy Cheetos? Somebody said cheesy. I brought some. Anyone? Chat? Rob is, not Rob. Ivanov is offering. Rob, you want? You usually like taking stuff from other people. This time you would have consent. Then again, taking with consent wouldn't be robbing. So I guess,
Are we still waiting on MC? Yes, he stayed a little after class to get some help. He should be here any second now. Well, that's very responsible of him.
Hey everyone. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's alright. So Yuri says you are being very responsible and getting academic help. You should be proud of that.
Maybe. I'd be more proud if I didn't need the help so badly in the first place.
Everyone has weaknesses, MC. Wisdom is knowing what they are.
I guess that's true. It's a robbery. Of course, implying there are cheaters that aren't cheesy. But extra cheesy in that case, maybe. I guess that's true.
Okay everyone, we should probably get started. Monica's not here today, obviously, so me and Miss Ida will run things. Monica said usually you'd start with free time or poems. I guess it makes most sense to do poems first.
Usually we actually just get into the mood with free time first.
But it makes sense to do poems first too. That way we can enjoy the relaxing free time part of the club once we have it.
Alright then, poems first it is. Did you all get my poem prompt for the week? A poem about snow on the pine trees. Yeah, I got it. It was much more specific prompt than usual.
It was. I wonder if all our poems will end up being pretty similar. Probably not. We all have such different styles, but I'm eager to hear what many we will all put on the same theme.
I'll go first.
Oh, Rob, that reminds me, I did the anvil poem. I still need to put that on the Discord. And fair word of warning, if you cause someone extreme brain damage by dropping thousands of anvils in a row on someone's head, expect the poem to be written with that same kind of brain damage mindset. So I'm gonna tell you right now, you will not be able to understand half of it. Like, specifically half of it. Because half of it isn't written in English. It's a mess. It was supposed to be a mess, because if you have brain damage from having anvils dropped on your head, of course it's not gonna make logical sense. But oh boy, did I lean in on that. But don't worry, I'll drop it on the Discord later. Can you read it here? Maybe I can. We'll wait a little bit. I guess I'll read it after everyone else. I don't have it set up so I can show it on screen. You know how sometimes I have the poems set up so I can show them on screen? Don't have that right now. Which is gonna be sad. But I should be able to quickly get it ready. But we'll wait until everyone else shared their poems here.
I'll go first.
Only slightly different. The pine tree is patient. Pile it high with snow. Let the winds blow. It will nestle in and wait. The pine tree is strong. The branches may bow low. Weighty with wintry woe. But it does not die. It does what we all do, even when the snow piles up to its top, so that its crown appears a tiny bush. It hides. It goes in, it closes the door, and locks it behind, so it will emerge in a few months. Only a slightly different pine tree. And by the music, it's from Damn.
Very curious. It seems to me that the theme of bedding down for the winter is only secondary, and the point of the poem is that the pine tree is only slightly different, as the title would suggest. What is the significance of the pine tree being slightly different, and how is it different? Well, we have this thing where we can keep the real meanings of our poem secret, and I would like to do that with this. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I wasn't even really demanding an answer, just wondering out loud. A rhetorical question, really.
The structure feels a little different than normal for Sayori. It's less rigid about its rhyming and syllables, but nevertheless it is inescapably a Sayori poem, although I too wonder about what the slightly different business means.
Maybe something about how you can't really escape from anything truly unscathed? Everything you go through leaves a mark on you in some way, no matter how small it is. Something like that, probably.
Probably, yeah. Although knowing Sayori, it's probably also about change more generally. Sometimes her fear is about not enough change rather than too much. MC looks briefly at Miss Ida. Especially for people who are trying to change. It might be viewed as a worry about how slow and gradual change is, even with big sweeping changes in the environment.
Maybe, yeah?
Well, who wants to go next? Well, since I have the poem that Monica sent me, I guess she can go next.
Miss Ida hands around Monica's poem. Lean months. My friend, the pine. I see him each day as I walk along, sporting his fine coterie of cones and needles, like a fashionable coat and earrings. But when the winter comes and the cold doom drums, he sheds his luxuries. For now it is time to survive. No time for beauty, no time for glory, no time for show, no time for pride. There's only fear, there's only hunger. It saves its strength, or it will die.
Very ominous. She took it to a very grim place. Maybe her sickness is affecting her mood a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. No time to live, time to die. Time to die, everyone. You heard it here. Let's go. Monica often writes about kind of dark stuff, but in a way this isn't so dark. It's all about like shedding everything that's excess in order to survive. I guess it's sort of a metaphor for people. We have things that we think are so important, but they really mean nothing when it's a matter of life and death. I guess that's a lesson that nature teaches us, that Monica wanted us to know.
Rightly said, nature is an apt analogy for many things in the human world. I actually really like the little bit of wordplay with a code and coterie. Those aren't really related words, but they sound really nice together, and I like the use of the word coterie. It describes the needles and cones of a pine, and it helps us empathize with it, and it makes its little pine world seem like a family instead of a collection of inanimate objects.
I hadn't thought of that at all. What does coterie mean exactly?
Like a small group of people who are close, like friends. Clique is a similar word, but it's more friendly than that.
Ha! Do you think Monica did that on purpose?
Monica's poetry is almost all very intentional and calculated. She controls every line of her poetry down to minute details. It's a little scary to me.
Well, I like that wordplay too. It's very clever. And I really like the theme of the poem, like MC said.
Sayori, any thoughts?
No, not on this one.
Still thinking about it. I'll just tell Monica about it later if I have any feedback. Alright, who's next?
Still not addressing Monica. Monica is lean canon. Yeah, very canon. Training charisma still requires actually typing deep. A lot of typing. Imagine typing. Flashbacks to monochrome. Anyway.
How about MC?
Sure. Winter party. A single snowflake settles down. Season's first. It nestles gently on a branch. In a lonely search. But though there are no others now, soon there will be. Soon so many flakes join in upon this little tree. So in the midst of quiet winter, friends still can meet. The clumping snowflakes, a million strong, form a friendly sheet.
It's a very pleasant, happy poem, and it takes the somewhat gloomy topic and turns it into something more joyous. I suspect Sayori will like it a lot.
I guess I did kind of write a little bit of a Sayori poem in that way, didn't I?
Well, no, I'd say you wrote an MC poem, but about a theme that Sayori would probably find pleasing.
I do! It's neat to think of a pile of snow as a bunch of small little buddies having a party. It makes winter seem a lot less bleak. I really do like the idea.
But, sounds like there's a but.
You're getting too good at reading me. The but is that the structure is still kinda loose. I know I shouldn't talk since my poem had loose structure this week, but I think in a happy, jaunty poem like this, it would have worked better if you had stuck to more formal cadences. And a rigid rhyming structure. And I know how to do that.
I do. I guess I just got a little lazy here.
Well, MC, normally I would say listen to your girlfriend and do whatever she says, but here I would say I never think structure things like that are very important. You just gotta write the poem however it sounds good to you. Otherwise, all that structure and rules can become really confining and limit how well you can write something.
But structure and rules can also channel to bring order to your creativity, yes? They provide a clear direction and can clear up blockages of ideas. Plus, like with most things, you shouldn't break a creative rule unless you know exactly why that rule exists.
Maybe, but I just always find myself feeling constricted if I don't just write what I want. Have you ever written much, Miss Ida? You make it sound like you have.
A little when I was younger. I used to write short stories a lot when I was in high school myself, and I was known to write a poem from time to time as well. But I haven't had the time for that much since I went to college and became a teacher. Now my life belongs to science. But I still enjoy all things literary. That's why I volunteered to be the advisor for the club. And and I know so many of you so well. I think we have 2 more people still to go. Yuri and Natsuki, who's next?
Oh, I'll go next.
My monochrome cover would be a pain for anyone with a PC keyboard. Oh my god, right, because you would have those. Yeah, no, impossible. It would be impossible. Actually, I'd imagine it would still be the same. You would still just have to type normally, but instead of having like the unknown letters, it would be your, you know, it would the letters would appear like they appear when you write in chat. Just replace the unknowns for that, and you still type it normally though. That's how I would imagine it would go.
Oh, I'll go next.
A simple calendar. The wind blows from the sea, carrying up a mighty wash of seawater, cleansed of the salt, distilled on high, into clean white snow, in clean white clouds, over mighty mountains, strong and tall. That's where the pine trees live, ancient and vast, with the patience of centuries. They know what is to come. For they have seen the snow 100, 1,000 times. It's their old friend and calendar. As the sun rises for us, so the snow falls for them. And so what seems to us a terrible storm, from which we hide and shutter our windows, to the mighty pine, it is merely turning a page in nature's planner.
Very readable for a Yuri poem. Why, I understood everything that was written about. This is truly a novel experience for me. But seriously, I do like it though.
You like anything that makes humanity feel small and insignificant.
That's just because I like poems about true things, Yuri.
Your general tone and style are very impressive, Yuri. You write with the vocabulary and voice of an old seasoned artist. No offense, of course.
None taken. I aspire to write with maturity.
Well, you definitely succeeded. Did you mean it to be comforting at all, Yuri?
Comforting? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, comforting. Like the storm seems really horrible and awful, and we get really scared and worried over it. But really, it's just a normal thing that happens, and the big wide world is used to it. And maybe we should be too. Something like that?
Well, I can't say I intended an effect like that when I wrote the poem, but if that's the way it makes you feel, or how you interpret it, I certainly would say you're not wrong.
Good poem, Yuri. As usual, I don't feel like I have the intelligence to fully comprehend or analyze your poems. But this one is more accessible than usual for me. There's a certain ring to what you write sometimes. I'm not sure how to explain it, But like, when you write things like they know what is to come, it makes it feel really grand and epic. I'm trying to figure out what about lines like that makes it sound so cool.
Well, it uses slightly archaic and formal phrases for one thing. A normal person these days would just say they know what's gonna happen, but that sounds prosaic. Saying what is to come gives it more mystery and grandeur, and of course using indirect pronouns helps too. Saying they instead of the trees adds the mystique. It makes it simple but profound sounding. And that's really my secret, make it sound profound even if it isn't.
Well, I think it is profound. I was just curious how you made it sound good in the process.
Thanks, MC.
Guess that leaves me.
I will cut you. Oh no. Is that a threat or a promise? Hippopotamus, Rob. There's no way. Damn. Getting critiqued. I will cut you. I will cut you. Don't you dare to come here, pecking at my tree's wood, eating my tree's nuts. I will jab you good. Poking things is all I do in life, you see. I am a guardian, and my friend here, she's under my protection. But I'm not always so mean. Everyone's gotta take a break sometimes, so I wait for my blanket to fall and go to sleep, while everyone takes a rest. And I dream needly dreams. But when I wake up, I will cut you. Well, this is definitely written from the perspective of the needles on the pine tree. The blanket being the snow layer and stuff. I mean, I see the perspective, but yeah.
That's a heck of a title you have there. Yeah, I needed to get a point across.
And I will throw some. Well, you did. So you did. Damn. I guess you weren't lying. Lorax the Edgelord. The trees can't be harmed if the Lorax is armed.
I wanted to make a poem about kind of a small part of a pine tree, and went with a single needle. I thought, what would it be like to be a needle? Your whole existence is built around protecting the tree by being a stabby thing? You'd probably be kind of weird about it. I thought that was a wacky and fun idea for a poem, so I went with it. Cool. Well, it ended up really good. The title is silly, but it's for a good reason.
I'm getting the sense that your poems are superficially the most light-hearted here, Natsuki, but they usually conceal a more serious purpose, or more significant point. Pun intended.
You are correct, it is an apt summary for her style, although often the poems are not wrapped in the smooth exterior. Often only the style itself provides the lightness you mentioned. Other than that, her poems are very cynical and caustic. Certainly they have little kind to say about human beings, but we get glimpses here and there that Natsuki yet has some hope for the rest of us.
I still think she's a lot more positive underneath than she lets on, even with her poetry. Even this poem is about protecting a friend, so in a way it's about a positive relationship. Her poems kind of do a double switch sometimes. The style is all friendly, but it has that cynical bite. But then, if you think about it enough, it has that hidden tiny silver lining of positivity. Like, you guys remember Amy Likes Spiders? Same thing. Very playful, kiddie kind of style. Has terrible things to say about the narrator. But if you think about it, Amy's not that bad a person. And Natsuki obviously thinks highly of some people. Even if Amy is a stand-in for her or someone else.
Clever boy. Yeah, I guess that's true. Even I hadn't thought of that, but you're totally right. Ha.
Well, that's all the poems for the rest of the time until Sayori tells us it's time to go. Let's just do whatever literary things we want to do, alright?
Oh, right, before that, Rob wanted me to read out the poem before it's dropped in Discord. Let's see, where is it? Oh, I didn't even put a name on it yet, so I still have to put a name on it. Well, prepare for a poem that's just gonna make your brain go ouch, because you won't understand half of it. But hey, that's what you get when you cause me literal brain damage. Brain damage. Was having just a lovely stream und sah den Chat und mich als Team. Then suddenly an anvil dropped. Der Spaß war dann total gestoppt. And as if one was not enough, macht gleich ein zweiter nochmal Krach. So finally I think it's done, doch Gnade Chat nicht zeigen kann. Yet another one comes down, lässt mich nicht einfach mal blöd schauen. So now I thought it can't go on, doch dann der nächste auch kam schon. And so it just kept coming forth, als wäre hier ein Ambossdorf. Verstehe nichts, the language blurs, bin durcheinander, what a curse. And just like Chat macht keinen Sinn, schmiss ich my reason in the bin. I can understand due to context. Well, the context helps, doesn't it? Yeah, you're mainly gonna have to rely on context to understand that one, so it is kind of semi-understandable, but ooh boy. It was fully intended to be a mess. Like, it even got worse later on. I don't know if you picked up on that. Well, it's harder to tell since I don't have it shown in written form. But in the beginning, it was like that constant back and forth between two languages. And towards the end, the language changed mid-line. So in the middle of the line, the language changed. I habe no Idee, what du sagst. Yes. Also hi. But yeah, again, that is what I write when you give me brain damage with anvils. Again, I'll put it in the Discord later as promised. I'll still have to put a title on it, and then, yeah. It'll be there. For everyone's reading. Well, I can't really say pleasure, can I?
Well, that's all the poems, so for the rest of the time, until Sayori tells us it's time to go, let's just do whatever literary things we want to do, alright?
Hello, it is I, Neon Lunatic, the strongest Lunarian. Oh no! Neon has gone crazy. What do we do?
Free time, yes?
Alright, free time. MC, Sayori, and Natsuki are all reading manga together by Natsuki's closet. Yuri is reading a book alone at her usual desk. Miss Ida seems to be grading papers while keeping a watchful eye on the club. Who to visit? Well, we'll visit Yuri first. Partially because I feel bad for her being alone. And then we'll check up on the rest. Yuri has 2 books open in front of her. Jesus, how? Is she multitasking? She reads in a pattern. First she reads a passage from one, and then she consults the other.
This alphabetic system is hard.
What are you reading there, Yuri?
Oh my god, is she reading a book in a foreign language, maybe? Maybe that's what she's doing. Also, Pigeon Mobile, hi, welcome to the stream. First time chat, huh? How is you doing? Welcome. I hope you like DDLC. And thank you for the follow, it's appreciated.
What are you reading there, Yuri?
War and Peace. It's hard.
I should think so. That book has thousands of pages, right?
It does.
And is that the original Russian you're reading it in?
It is.
May I ask why?
Well, sometimes when I'm reading a foreign text, I get the feeling that a particular phrase isn't being colloquially translated quite right, so I find that struggling through the original version can be very rewarding. It gets you closer to the version the author had in mind, I think, although it is extremely difficult and slow when you don't speak the language, of course.
Ah, that is why you have to study to speak multiple languages. I meine, ganzen Stream, this wäre be interessant. But confusing, it would be very confusing though, you have to admit.
You take reading very seriously, don't you, Yuri?
Yes, ma'am. It's hard and personal to describe why. But I love the little worlds contained in books. They're fascinating, and I love spending time understanding them as best I can.
It's a little bit of a solitary pursuit, isn't it? Even here in the club with your friends, you're off to one side. Don't you get lonely or want to share what you find with others?
Not really. I generally feel more comfortable on my own.
Aber also sehr confusing. Get it right, Code. aber also sehr confusing. Yeah, no, but I mean, but just
I do like being here with my friends, and sometimes I do like to spend time socializing with them, but part of the reason they're my friends is that they understand me well. They understand that this club is a zone where I can be myself, and read on my own and devote myself to these books.
Russian? Ah. Well, we have one person here who knows about that.
It's something no one else at the school really has. They all expect me to be sociable, and when I'm not, they mock and extol me. That doesn't really bother me too much. I'm just glad I found a group of people, however small, that does understand me, and a place, however insignificant, where I feel like I belong. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I suppose it does. You might not expect it, but I can empathize a little. I wasn't the most sociable person myself in high school, or even now still.
Because you're dedicated to your work.
I suppose that's part of it. But enough about me. I'll leave you in peace.
Wait, Miss Ina, before you go, I have a question.
Sure, Yuri, what is it?
Why is Kenzo not back today? I thought he was trying to get extra credit by attending the club.
He did. He actually finished his required essays a couple of weeks ago and turned them in.
Oh, did he do well on them?
You'd have to ask Mr. Williams, but as I understand it, yes, he did.
Oh, pity he didn't want to stay here in the club afterwards.
Would you really have wanted him to? It would be getting pretty crowded in the club with that many people.
Yes, it would have. Too many changes at once can really throw off a good, valuable group dynamic.
I understand, Yuri. Enjoy your reading.
Thank you, Miss Ida. I will.
Just in the middle while talking, getting slower and slower, and then just saying, Due to school, I can read in time Russian. I cannot understand it. Well, I mean, it's something. Just remember, sneezing. And what do you think of the post? Ah, I see. There's something going on there. I will not intervene. The three students are all reading Natsuki's tennis manga. Everything alright, Sayori?
Yeah. It's just, they're here.
They're here? Who's here? Oh. Hi, Code.
Who's here? Oh, we were talking about you. Why, something you don't want me to know? Oh, just that sometimes we read manga during literature club.
Or in my case, most times.
Smooth deflection. Why, Miss Ina, why did you have to be here? I was about to be able to talk to the group.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. Manga does count as literature, I would
Say, Miss Ida, you are a perfect teacher. Indistinct grumbling and muttering is audible from the other side of the room. Yes! She knows what's up.
What's with her?
She, doesn't agree that manga should be considered literature. It's an old debate.
I see. You guys think it's literature and Yuri doesn't? Well, it's more like some of us don't care if manga is literature. Like me and MC.
And Monica.
And Monica, yes. But Natsuki feels very strongly that manga is literature. And Yuri doesn't feel very strong, and Yuri feels very strongly that it's not.
And you know, that's okay. She's a bright girl, but everyone makes mistakes and no one's perfect, are they? We can tolerate even very serious flaws for the sake of good friends, right?
We sure can.
Well, I think at least I understand the club's dynamic a little better. You guys are really close friends, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Natsuki letting her guard down and being sweet, very, very close friends.
I wouldn't take you that far. We have a good crew going here. We get along pretty well. We're cool with each other.
I see. Well, I've bothered you enough. I'll let you guys back to your literature.
It's not literature.
Yuri, shut up. Like, everyone has their faults. It's totally fine that Yuri doesn't get a certain point, but if you're wrong about something, you shouldn't insist on yelling about it all the time. Code, you are the translator. I need you to read this read this. Read this clear, please. Alright, I'll read out your previous message again. Hey, Neon. What do you think of the thing I posted to you? There, I read it for you. But yeah, okay. And gives me all the necessary sound fonts. I mean, I can make sound fonts if that's what you want. But I also have to have the proper base for it. Like, whatever is needed. I need to have stuff to sample from. But if that's the case, I mean, I haven't made a new SF2 file in a long time, actually. It's not like it's particularly hard. It's not like I forget how to do it. It's just... It's been a bit. I probably should do another one at some point. Just to be sure that I still know what I'm doing.
Okay, everyone. I think that's just about all the time we have for today, so we'll call it here. I guess it's up to me to figure out a poem topic for next week, so, what's a good poem topic? Wait, I've got it! One of my favorite topics. Food! Sounds like a plan. Do you guys want to make any other plans for next time, or just play it by ear?
Well, we should probably talk to Monica first. She's a part of the club too. And someone will have to tell her what the poem topic is. Which sounds like a vice president duty.
Good leadership is about delegation, though. It sounds like you all have things well in hand in any event. Have safe trips home, and I will see you guys next week, alright?
Miss Ida heads out and can be heard walking down the hall. The club waits a few moments until her footsteps fade.
So we're still going to do emails, right?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Code. Have you seen the FNF recommendation versus FNAF 2? Halloween update. I mean, I did notice the recommendation and versus FNAF 1 was pretty hype. So FNAF 2 is definitely something I should play. The thing is, if I play FNAF 2 next week for Friday Night Funkin', I will have to push off Sayori's Notebook yet another week, probably. Because I remember FNAF 1 being pretty big, I still have to do the bonus content of Corruption Reimagined. And then I probably won't have the time to do Sayori's Notebook next week. So it'll have to wait yet another week. Ah, the pain. But I will get to it eventually. I will get to Sayori's Notebook. I promise, I promise. I'll make it a promise right now. Next week we will do the bonus content of Corruption Reimagined and I'll do FNAF 2. And the week, and whatever else. And the week after that, I promise we'll do Sayori's Notebook. You can hold me to that.
I sure hope so. And we still need to arrange making our mods for the semester.
So, where are we going to go? Someone's house?
Well, my house is out of the question.
Yeah, we could probably do anyone else's, I presume. Not here you're going to have any trouble getting home if we go to my place or Caesar Sayori's.
Now I'll catch a bus or something.
Well then, why don't you all come over to my house? I'll make you guys some dinner to thank you for the last time you all came over.
That sounds like a great idea.
Let's just be careful walking out. I don't want Miss Ida seeing us all going to the same place. She'll think something's up. More than she already does.
Well, let's all meet at the big crosswalk a block away then. We can head to Yuri's house from there.
Sounds like a wise plan.
The club members walk out of the room and head off in different directions. After a moment, someone steps out from behind a locker.
Oh, well, that's troubling.
Damn it, how did she do it? Oh, I know the trick. I think I know what trick she did. She was walking in place, and with every step she took in place, she was stepping on the ground a little bit more softly, making the steps sound more quiet as if they're further away. That's how she did it, isn't it? That's totally how she did it. But damn it, she's in the know now! Well, kind of.
Well, that's troubling. So they really are keeping something from me, at least. All of them. I don't want to pry, but I feel like I need to know if it's dangerous or something that could get them in trouble.
Oh, damn.
Alright, we're all set to go on emails. Yuri's in the other room cooking something delicious smelling. I'm sure I can bring her in if she has part of an email to answer. Let's get started.
sorry this has been asked before, but since you guys are a mod and you guys have our internet, does that mean you can play the exact world you're in right now? Does that mean there's an infinite cycle of you guys downloading the mod? Ooh, that's interesting. My Ken family name is just Lunatic. Ah. Well, Lunatic does make it sound insane, but okay. It's good to know. I mean, I guess... Huh. It's just the first time you mentioned it, I think. It was just the first time you mentioned it. But okay, that is good to know.
Huh. I don't think that's how it works, no. This is sort of a better question for Monica than me, but we think that mods running inside this mod are inert. Like they are actually just non-sentient files scripted to act like they are. I know that also kind of describes us from your perspective, but we don't think they actually feel or experience anything. They're just sprites. In a different way than we are sprites. I know that we are sprites to you, but we don't seem that way to ourselves. Does any of this make sense? It probably doesn't. But anyway, no. When we download the files we post on the internet, for us it's just like watching a video replay or something. The characters in those files don't seem alive to us. Hopefully that clears it up for you. Next question.
To all, who can win in a fight? Bumblebee, Transformers, or Indoraptor?
Well, this is an easy one. Look, buddy, when you ask who wins in a fight questions, you have to pick some not obvious scenarios. Let me break it down for you. Fact, Bumblebee can fly basically as long as he wants. Fact, flying keeps him out of reach from the Indoraptor. Fact, Bumblebee has really strong ranged weapons because he has energen blasters. So basically, I don't see how this ever turns out well for the Indoraptor. Bumblebee just takes off, stays away, and shoots the crap out of the Indoraptor easy peasy.
Does anyone have anything to add to that?
I think Natsuki puts the case very well. Which Sonic EXE restoration would you go with? What do you mean, which restoration?
I too do not think I could exceed Natsuki's wisdom on this topic.
Well, on to the next email then.
Hello everyone, it feels so weird. I know you guys are well already, or well, it seems that way to me, anyway. I have been with you all through both the base game endings and countless mods, yet you do not know who I am. That pains me a little. I hope that writing to you directly will make us closer, or that it will at least make me able to communicate with you properly. Yuri. I would like to speak to you if you do not mind. Although I love all of you Dokis in different ways, I've always felt a special connection with you, Yuri. We share many hobbies, like cosmic horror, literature in general, and even an interest in knives. I see similarities between how we look at things. I can relate to the way you struggle in some social situations. I am, in fact, a little lonely. The fact that you are so interested in and so knowledgeable about so many different topics, and always seem to want to learn and understand, and your passion for the things you like. You're so gentle, kind, sensible, attractive, and relatable. There is nobody like you in my world or any other world. Maybe it is still you have feelings for someone who might technically be fictional, at least from the perspective of my world. However, I do not care about that. I have feelings for you, and those feelings are as real as you are in your reality. I fear that if you end up reading this, I will have caused you a great embarrassment. I am sorry for that. I am just so happy for this chance to write to you. I also feel that I have to tell you that I worry about your self-harm. I will not judge you and cannot stop you. I hope, however, that you will speak to your friends about it if it gets out of control. I will always love you no matter what you do. Alright.
Oh, this is a long one. Hey Yuri, this one's for you.
Coming. Oh my, that's a lot. Hang on a moment. Well, there's not really a question in there, but you're very kind.
Yuri broke.
I would certainly encourage you not to grow too fixated on me or any of us. After all, to you, we are in fact just computer programs. It's not healthy to obsess over something completely unattainable, you know? Your words about my bad habit are well taken. I promise you that I will always seek help if it gets out of hand. And I'll do my best to keep it from getting out of hand. Just a moment, it looks like there's a bit more to your message.
Ooh, okay.
There we are.
Now, I'd like everybody to know that I have written an anthem for the club. It was meant to be a poem, but became a song. The lyrics are as follows. Immortal proud the president stands. Through the vistas of realities, unflinching pierce her emerald gaze. She extends a motherly arm, the founder of our club. Long live our club. She does not stand alone. They're always at her side. A mild and radiant smile. In loyalty, she faces the encroaching dark. Her red bow shines, a beacon through the night, filling hearts with hope. Long live our club. Two mighty pillars are they, the literature club old guard. Bonds of friendship tempered by rivalry. Their tea and cupcake keeps the spirits high. The great virtues of the club mirrored in their caring deeds. Long live our club. With forgiveness, love and poetry, against overwhelming odds. The club grows like a mighty tree, its blossoms sprout and break boundaries of the world. Long live the club. Hope you all liked. MC was not mentioned in the song. Sorry, man. Unquenchable love from me to you. Guess what? What do I guess here? Banana. Not what I was going to guess, but okay. Basically a cooler word for insane. It is a lot cooler. Some of or insomniac in Russian. Ooh, that's interesting. Interesting little factoid there.
There we are. Oh, lovely. That's a lovely anthem. I suppose we don't really have the melody to go with the lyrics. Plus, it would be strange to leave MC out when everyone else is mentioned. He's a very important person to our club, you know. We'd be in a very different position if not for him, I think. Plus, just as a friend, he adds so much to our lives. But thank you for the anthem and your love. You are a very nice person. I'm going to head back and make sure the food's not burning.
Let's bring out the next one then.
Hey Monica and other club members. Well, Monica's not here right now, that's... What would your reactions be in the events of a battle in New York City in the Avengers film, and when all the dinosaurs have escaped in Jurassic World? And who do you think can win in a fight? Ghost Rider or Pennywise? As long as you play on a daily basis. Recently, I've kind of gotten back into Minecraft a little bit. Then again, Genshin is what I'm the most consistently playing. Genshin is the game I'm most consistently playing, but recently, again, I'm doing some more stuff on the SID server. Specifically, I know this is kind of off topic, but I breached the nether roof a while ago. That was already a while ago, but I only recently brought it up to everyone else that I've done that. Nobody knew until recently. And the reason I finally brought it up was because Sid added another new mod, which added new biomes, and I was like, damn, there's new biomes. Guess we gotta travel out pretty far to get to those biomes. So I should probably mention that you can do that via the roof of the nether right now. But recently I've gotten more work done because I'm actually building like proper nether highways up there. You know, the good old ice pathways that you can just speedboat across. Stuff like that. So yeah, a little bit of Minecraft recently, but also probably Genshin more consistently. But Monica After Story is a fair point as well. I played it like a little bit in the past. It was a long time ago.
Lots of weird nerd hypotheticals today.
Yeah. Well, Monica's not here and Yuri's cooking, but we're probably the three best members of the club to answer these questions anyway.
I agree. As to what I do in the two disaster scenarios, the answer is the same. I just run and hide and try not to die. I don't have any special superpowers or training that would make me any good in those situations. The one advantage of being really short is that I can fit through tight squeezes and sneak around better than most people. Other than Yuri, who for some reason is incredibly sneaky. But yeah, that's my strategy. What about you guys?
There are multiple takes on finishing all the cut content Sonic VXC has. Multiple ones. But I don't think I've checked them all, probably.
That's my strategy. What about you guys?
Same thing, I'd probably just be running and screaming and panicking. The only thing that would make it any different is if Sayori was around. Then I'd do whatever I'd have to protect her as best I could.
That's sweet. I'm getting a mental picture of you wrestling a velociraptor and punching it in the face to keep it away from Sayori.
I want to make friends with all the Avengers, especially Hulk and Thor. And I want to make friends with the dinosaurs.
All the dinosaurs except the ones that might eat you, probably.
Well, no, not a big deal if they do, really.
Moving on? This is a much tougher call. Who would win in this fight? It kind of depends on how the magical rules of the universe work. I have to think that it would probably win. He just seems generally way older and more powerful.
I have to agree, Ghost Rider is badass, but I don't think he's any match for it.
But doesn't Ghost Rider have the ability to make his enemies' crimes, like, turn against them somehow? Pennywise has so many crimes.
That's true. The question is, would that power have any effect on it? Seems like he'd just be totally immune because he can't feel guilt.
I still think Ghost Rider would find a way to win against mean old it.
Well, that's 2 for it and 1 for Ghost Rider then.
3 for it.
Add Yuri to the it gang.
Boo! Last question and then soup time.
Hello again! I know y'all are getting a bunch of questions piling on for the beginning of next season, but I have a few questions. MC, how did it feel winning Truth or Dare? 2. So, you know that weird bold text in the strange font that shows up usually when something's going wrong? Does that sound different to anyone in the game? Sorry if that's vague, I have no idea how to describe it. 3. Have you considered trying to find a way to do away with the presidency? Or at least lessen its abilities? Not saying you should, since there's no telling what it could do. It's just that 3/5 of presidency have had negatively affected the game at some point, and I want to know what everyone thinks about it.
Interesting questions. First one is for MC.
It felt great. It was a lot of fun. And so to tell the truth,
Whoa, he did not win Truth or Dare?
Natsuki's cell phone alerts her 2 more texts.
Hang on, let me silence this for a second. Okay, back to Truth or Dare question. First of all, it's not a game that you win or lose. And second of all, even if it were, it was a draw at best.
Like I said, emailer, it felt great to win.
You watch yourself, boy.
Let's see, I can answer the second part. Yeah, the glitch text. I don't think we hear anything different because of the glitch text. If anything, I think the glitch text appears when we talk in certain ways. Definitely when things are broken or weird it shows up, but it also tends to show up when we're talking in a creepy or weird tone of voice. I would try to demonstrate, but I can't really make it happen on command. Basically, the text represents the sound, not the other way around, if that makes sense. As for the third part of your question, I know Monica tried really hard to get rid of the weird stuff around being president. She told me that she first tried to do it before any of the stuff with the literature club happened. She really didn't like it and wanted things to go back to the way they were without her knowing anything, and I understand that. But since then, no, none of us have tried to do anything about it. Kind of for the same reason Monica wasn't able to do anything about it. We don't know how the whole presidency thing works, or why it makes us self-aware pieces of software. So there's not really anything we can do. Definitely something we'd work on if we could, though. And that's all the emails. You can send emails to us by emailing Monica. Her email address is lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. She sets up which emails get answered during our meetings. Hopefully the soup's ready by now.
It sure is. Ghost Rider is an unstoppable fallen angel that the devil fears. Who is Pennywise? Well, a clown. And that is far worse than any like fallen angel or godly being could ever be. Clowns are the absolute worst.
Time to eat then.
The club happily finishes eating its soup.
Yuri, this is so good!
Thank you. I guess the only business we have left is talking about the order we want to do mods in. Assume you guys all heard what Monica is making.
Yeah, I did. She sure likes making silly mods, doesn't she?
She sure does. But hey, all the mods are kind of silly this time around. It's just a question of how hard they are to make.
Well, I know mine is going to be the most complicated, and probably after that Yuri's. And all the rest of them seem pretty easy to make.
I kind of want to see MC's first, to be honest. It's pretty classic, and I bet it'll be funny.
Alright then, MC sent me the script and I'll get Sayori and Monica to help me make it, alright?
That sounds good.
Well, normally this is where we would make Monica the president again, but she's not here. Sayori to feel up for it for a little while longer until we can get all the club back together.
Oh, sure, not a problem.
Well, come on then, time for us to go. Natsuki, do you want us to walk you to the bus station?
Yeah, it's getting kind of dark outside.
Well, let's get going then.
And he didn't say anything at all after that.
Well, that was strange of him.
Yeah. Hey, so quick question for you guys. Did anyone else think the vibe was kind of weird with Miss Ida around?
Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure we'll get used to her eventually, but for now, things feel really awful for her in the club.
Well, I think we should do something about it.
Like what?
Well, this all has to do with the student council, right? And they probably have all sorts of records and paperwork on us in the student council room, right?
Wait, Natsuki, no. You're not talking about...
It's time for another Black Op. What we need to do is sneak in there. We go through the stuff they have on us.
And what? It's not like we can just change some record on us and have them and Miss Ida suddenly not remember that we were supposed to have an advisor now. Let's just change stuff back.
Man, you're just being chicken. If we rifle through their stuff, we'll find something we can use to get things back to the way they were. Plus, if we talk to Monica, she'll probably know what kind of information we need to get. Or change. And anyway, at the very least, hang on, usually my sis wouldn't bother me so much unless it's important. Let me give her a call. At least it'll be really simple for us to figure out.
Yeah. I think this idea of hers is terrible. It's not going to get anything done and it might get her in big trouble.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, yeah, she probably won't accomplish anything, but she probably won't get in much trouble. And if she does, it probably won't be that bad.
You're probably right. It's just hard to take her seriously sometimes.
Yeah. But I'm still really glad she's our friend.
Yeah, me too. Was I the one who... was I the only one worried when she said another Black Op, though? Like, what's the previous Black Op?
Probably would be better if we didn't ask. If she didn't tell us about them, they probably didn't turn out the way she wanted.
Yeah, you're probably right. Call of Doki Black Ops, yes. Call of Doki indeed. Well, this doesn't look too good. Okay, theory crafting. Theory number one. Her sister was texting her, and now they were on the phone, and it's really important. Her sister lived with her mother, even though she's at college now. My guess, best guess, her mom died, or something along those lines. I hope it's not that bad, but my guess is that.
Natsuki, what's wrong?
My sister has cancer.
Or that. Nah, Sayori has noticed me probably a long time ago, but, okay, the thing is, at least nobody died, so this is better than what I thought. better than what I thought it was. Because at least there's a chance she'll come out of this. Because even if you have cancer, it's not necessarily a death sentence. It's not a good thing, it's very, 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 very bad. But at least it's not a confirmed death. So, I guess that's a plus, kind of. Ooh. Oh my god, Natsuki, I'm so sorry. Did they catch it pretty early, or...?
It's stage 4. It's everywhere in her body.
Okay, never mind. I guess that is a death sentence then.
They don't...
Natsuki takes a moment to take a heavy breath and wipe her eyes.
They don't expect her to live very long.
Natsuki, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. What do you need? Would you like to be alone? Do you need company?
I really don't want to be alone.
Well then, I'll come over for a little while to keep you company. Would that be okay with you and your dad?
It's okay with me. I don't know if... My dad... I don't know.
I'm going to take Natsuki home and spend some time with her there, okay? I'll call you later.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Natsuki. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Come on, Natsuki, this is your bus.
Yeah.
I hope she'll be alright. God, how terrible. Can't even imagine how she must feel right now. Well, what an awful thing for anyone to go through, let alone someone who you're close to. I can't even imagine how I would deal with something like that. Like, what if Sayori... No, don't be like that. This is about Natsuki and her sister, not you. Focus on something else. Oh, right, I need to tell Monika the stuff for next week's meeting. And I also wanted to talk to her about the stuff with her and Sayori. Maybe I should just arrange to meet with her. Hey, you busy? Good way to distract yourself, I guess.
Not really, what is it?
Can you come pick me up from the transit station near the school? Need to tell you information about the club meeting for next week.
You don't want to just text it?
I could, but there's other stuff I want to talk to you about too. Important stuff.
I'll be there in 15 minutes then.
Thanks, Monika. Alright. Think I'm done.
What all did you get?
Just some chips and juice. Probably not going to get the chance to eat dinner tonight, so this is the best I can do. You sure you don't want anything?
Yeah, I'm sure. You ought to eat healthier than that, you know. Even with limited time at the convenience store, there are still healthier options.
Is that Monika's nutrition tip of the day?
Something like that.
Well, yeah, you're probably right. But the healthier options aren't as delicious. Are you sure you don't want anything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in there that that I both could and should eat.
Oh, right. Vegetarian.
Yep. So what do you want to talk about? I assume it has to be important if you couldn't text it.
Well, a couple of things. The thing I want to discuss before the conversation gets taken over by the other news is that I'd like you and Sayori to be friends again. You guys haven't really been talking for a couple of weeks since Sayori got mad. And it's super bumming the rest of us out. Chat delay takes a while. Sometimes. But I guess that's just how it is. If the delay is too bad, maybe refreshing the stream can help. You never know. Sometimes that helps. It was really sad not having you at the club today, especially with all the changes that are happening. We really don't function well without you around as our leader. So you're really important to us. But that's not the part that really matters. Even if there were no literature club, things would still be off. Because you and Sayori are friends. You're the closest friend she has other than me. And if I even count as a friend anymore.
You clearly do.
I hope so. But I know that neither of you really have too many close friends. And you rely on each other a lot. And it's been sad to see both of you just try to act like that's that. And you can't be friends anymore. Because of what happened. I just think you guys ought to get back to the way you were is all.
I'd like that. I really would. But I'm not sure if it's in my power. I've tried every way I can think of to make things up for Sayori for what happened, and I've asked for her forgiveness and received it a lot of times. She kept reassuring me over and over that things were okay, but very clearly she was just saying that to try and make me feel better like she does. I don't think she ever really felt alright with it, or ever really forgave me deep down.
Yeah, probably not. She was doing that thing where she buries her feelings for the benefit of someone else. I understand her a lot better than I did before. I think what happened recently is she has started to care about herself a little bit. And with the help of her therapy, and maybe me a little bit.
Yeah, she has, hasn't she?
Yeah, and so all the things she's buried or ignored for the benefit of other people, they've all come out now. It's really hard for her. And with you, she never really dealt with everything that happened between you.
You're right. She pretended to by pretending to be mad at me after the incident and then pretending to forgive me so I'd feel better. But that all happened too quickly and conveniently now that I think about it.
Exactly. I think she's dealing with it, but it would help to hear from you, you know. Especially if you get why all this is happening now. Might help things normalize a little.
And goodness knows you need some normalization with Miss Ida still snooping around, I get it. You're right, MC, I'll reach out to her, and I'll be at the club next week.
That's good to hear.
So what's the other important news you mentioned?
Oh, it's kind of heavy.
Oh good, exactly what we need right now.
You know, for Yuki, Natsuki's sister? Yeah, she has cancer. We just found out, like, just before I texted you. And it's really advanced, and she's not going to live long, they think.
That's terrible. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, me either.
How awful. How's Natsuki taking it?
She's in shock, I think. She asked Sayori to stay with her this evening, so they're over at her house.
Good. God, poor Natsuki. Her sister means everything to her. I guess that's another club member I'll need to have a serious talk with. Assuming she's ever ready to talk about it, God.
Yeah.
So any other horrible, difficult news to deliver, or is that it?
Well, there's one more thing. But it's just normal news, nothing terrible.
Well, that's good. Not sure I could have handled much more bad news.
The poem topic for next week is food. And for mods, we're going to do my idea first for the next week.
Understood. Who assigned food as a poem topic?
Sayori.
Of course she did. Probably about time you got back to her. If she spends a lot of time trying to be there for Natsuki, she's going to feel pretty drained at the end of the day, if I know her at all. And then she'll need someone to be there for her.
Yeah, I know. But you always have that as long as I'm around.
Good, then let's get you back.
And we got the rain clouds again.
Who is it?
It's me.
Come in.
What a day. How was Natsuki when you left?
Crying a lot. She said she'd probably be doing a lot of crying. And she thanked me for being there and said she'd be alright for now.
Poor Natsuki.
Yeah.
And how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're not really though, are you?
No, not at all, really. Just trying to put on a brave face on things. But talking to Natsuki was awful. It's so horrible what's happening to her.
I know.
And it's not fair. She's already been through so much.
You're absolutely right, little bun.
It's just so awful, and
you're out of energy and feel bad, even without the bad news. So you nod your head feebly a few times. That's alright. It's alright to feel exhausted. So he cries gently into MC's shoulder for a while. It's okay. You're okay. You're special and awesome, and I love you all the time, even when you feel bad about yourself.
I feel really, really bad about myself.
It's just you being tired after a long day, where you had to provide a lot of emotional support to your friends.
No, it's more than that. I ruined everything with the club by being an awful person, and I was cruel to Monica, and...
You know, I talked to Monica, and she didn't see it that way.
Wait, what did she say?
Well, mostly that she feels bad about how she treated you before. And she's tried to apologize to you and show you that she really cares about you and values you. But she feels like you just kind of pushed aside your own bad feelings about her for her sake. And now that you're starting to think a little better of yourself, you're having to deal with all of your resentment of what she did before.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, something to think about later. But she still feels bad about it, and she wants things to be okay between you two, I think.
I want that too.
I'm sure things will be fine then, if you want them to. But let's get you to bed now, okay? A little bit of rest, and you'll feel better soon.
Okay. MC,
Yeah?
thank you for taking such good care of me.
Of course, Bun. I know things are kind of hard for everyone right now, including you, but we'll get through it, alright? Everything will be fine. That's all for this week. Thanks for playing and or watching Club Meetings. The new backgrounds in this episode are all from Minicle. Full credits for assets can be found in the credits.txt file. Don't forget to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. See you next time. By the way, Rob, did you pay attention? Is the Season 3 collection out yet, or is it still not out? Because there's gonna be like 2 more streams of this after we're done today. Actually, no, 2 more streams until we're through the episodes. And then another 1 or 2 more to get the bonus content done. Hopefully by then the Season 3 collection will be out. Who knows? Anyway, episode 20, it's time. Natsuki revisits becoming aware. Miss Ida confronts Monica. Oh, this is gonna be serious. Natsuki becoming self-aware after having that shock. Oh, she's gonna try experimenting. Don't tell me, she's totally gonna try experimenting with files, isn't she? Oh no. Start the episode.
Time to get up. I really need to change my alarm. Wait, why am I already dressed in my regular clothes? Did I go to sleep like this? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was dreaming about either. I know it was something. I vaguely remember it was terrible, but I don't know what it was. Better just get ready for school.
Oh no, is this kind of a flashback in the beginning? Oh, she thinks it was all a dream. I imagine she fell asleep fully clothed after the bad news and she just woke up and she kind of repressed the memory. Oh no. Well, that's what I imagine here.
I get ready for school. The school day is passing really slowly. It all feels so strange somehow, like I'm in a dream or something. Maybe I am, but usually if you're dreaming, you don't realize you are. Plus, I still can't remember concrete stuff I need to do, like homework. And going to the literature club. That'll be a good way to unwind. I can see Yuri and Sayuri and Monica and who? I feel like there's someone else, but I can't remember.
Wait, who did she leave out? MC, she's leaving out MC. Why is she leaving out MC?
There's someone else, but I can't remember. Shit, did I hit my head or something? I feel that something's not right. It's like I know I'm forgetting things that happened. Mr. Hirai?
Maybe she did experiment, you're right. You know, I was worried about it. Natsuki becoming self-aware immediately after her sister was diagnosed with cancer and she had a lot of trauma. Maybe she did experiment on some stuff. Maybe she just wanted to remove that from her memory or something to make herself feel better, and she removed other memories too, like MC.
Mr. Hirai?
Yes, Natsuki?
I'm not feeling very well. May I go to the nurse?
That's not like you, of course, Natsuki. Just have her let me know that you're okay when she checks you out.
I will. Thank you.
So, what's the problem then?
I'm not really sure. I feel like I have gaps in my memory. It's like I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I feel really hazy about everything.
And you don't remember hitting your head or anything?
No.
Well, you don't have any head trauma. In fact, as far as I can tell, you seem to be in perfect health. Did you get enough sleep last night?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't remember when I went to bed last night. I remember getting up though. I was already dressed in my normal clothes and not my uniform.
Well, how do you actually feel?
I mean, I feel fine. I'm not lightheaded or dizzy or anything. This feels off that I have all these weird memory gaps that I'm really conscious of.
I see. Well, I think we ought to keep a close eye on it, especially if you still feel the same way after getting some food and sleep. So let's have you keep going for about your day, alright? Today, alright? Just do what you normally do. And tonight, I want you to eat a big healthy dinner and go to bed early, get plenty of sleep. And if you still feel the same way tomorrow, come back and I'll see if I can get you a referral.
Alright.
And if you start to feel any physical symptoms, I want you to come back right away, alright? All those things you said you didn't have right now. You didn't have right now, lightheadedness, dizziness, anything like that.
I will.
Good. Now head back to the class and try not to worry about it. Probably you're just running low on sleep, and maybe a little too stressed out lately. Sometimes the mind doesn't work as well under conditions like that, so try to relax and not stress about this.
I'll try, thank you.
We aren't real, of course we aren't. What is real, really?
You're very welcome.
Oh, you're back. Everything alright?
Yes, sir. The nurse said I should be fine to finish out class. But I should go back if I have any other symptoms.
Alright then, just let me know if you need to go back.
Okay.
Mr. Hirai returns to his history lesson.
That was comforting. Hopefully it's just sleep or whatever. I'll just read my manga at the club, go home, eat dinner, and go to sleep. And then hopefully I'll wake up and everything will be fine. Man, everything does seem so weird somehow though. Oh well, not a big deal. First one here today, I guess. Monika's always late, but usually Sayori or Yuri are here.
The door opens.
Hi, Natsuki. What's up, Sayori? Monika? You guys don't usually show up at the same time? No Yuri today?
No, Yuri's not here right now.
Well, duh, I can see that much.
No, I mean she's not going to be here today at all.
Why not? She's okay, right?
That's hard to explain.
How is she okay? Hard to explain.
She'll be fine, Natsuki. Look, you like video games, right?
Yes? But I don't really see what that has to do with anything.
Look, for the club today, we need to play this video game.
I mean, sure, but I thought this was the literature club.
Oh. Oh, I get it. We're in a flashback. This entire thing is a flashback, yeah. I was thinking it was gonna be like a flashback to, before we get to like the day of the club, but then she was talking about the club, so I was like, okay, maybe it isn't a flashback, but now I'm absolutely sure it's a flashback. This is the day that Sayori and Monika decided to clue in Natsuki as to that they're in a game. This is the day she learned. Oh no.
I was kind of looking forward to reading my manga. What kind of a video game?
Natsuki looks at the screen.
What the hell is this? Doki Doki Literature Club? Why the hell are we all anime girls? Who made us into a weird anime video game? It's just a visual novel. That does not make it better. And why are you pulling out all this weird shit today when I'm having trouble remembering stuff? What the fuck is going on here?
Look, Natsuki, just trust us on this. Play the game. It's important. We wouldn't ask you otherwise.
Fine, whatever. But you guys better explain yourself after this.
We will.
5 hours later.
And yeah, that's the real end. You're done.
That was absolutely horrific. Which one of you made this? And why?
Neither of us made it, Natsuki. Someone else did.
So why show it to me then? What is the point of all this?
Because it's real.
What do you mean it's real? That makes no sense.
I mean, it's real. We really are characters in a visual novel. And everything you just played actually happened to us, as in you and me and Monika.
Of course it did. Except for the part where I am clearly standing here right now, not in a computer. And I have known you guys for a long time, and I was friends with you before the events in the game. And I have like a whole life outside the literature club.
We think that those are just false memories that the game wrote onto us. And it's true, Natsuki, it really is. That's why you're having trouble remembering things today. We just brought you back from being deleted, essentially.
Sayori, please stop. You're scaring me. Monica, is Sayori alright?
She is. And she's right. Everything you just saw actually happened to us. We're here now because Sayori and I lingered after it was over and decided to put the whole world back together.
That's ridiculous. You guys are pranking me right now.
We're not!
Oh yeah? Then prove it.
Monica used the console to do something.
We could, but are you sure you want us to? It's kind of traumatic.
Oh no, you're gonna make her club president temporarily, are you?
Fine, whatever. I'm tougher than whatever dumb pranky bullshit you're about to throw at me. Let's have it.
Yup.
What? What is... I don't... Nothing is real?
Natsuki? Hey, are you alright?
Natsuki has crawled on her hands and knees to her spot by the closet. There she is sitting against the wall with her head bowed down onto her arms, folded over her pulled up knees.
I think she just needs some time to herself, Sayori. Okay, well, we'll be here, alright, Natsuki? If you need us, we'll be right here.
Suddenly Natsuki starts to stand up. Why are you upsetty? Natsuki slaps Monica hard across the face.
You? Fuck you, Monica? Just fuck you. What, nothing to say? Can't do shit once you have to look in the eyes of the people you killed?
I'm sorry, Natsuki.
Oh great, fantastic, you're sorry? It's alright everyone, Monica's sorry. She literally murdered everyone and ruined our stupid little fucking world, but don't worry about it, she's sorry.
Natsuki, please.
Sayori, I'm sorry. I can't believe things were so hard for you. You're like the happiest person I know. It's awful that you had all this happening to you. And that she fucking made it worse on purpose to kill you. And just deleted me just like that? And oh, by the fucking way, where the fuck is Yuri?
She's not back yet.
What do you mean, yet?
We brought you back first. We will bring her back too, though, I promise. I don't expect you to forgive me. I know what I did was terrible, but I do know that I owe it to you to try to make things right again. That's why you're here. I'm trying to fix things as best I can, with Sayori's help. I already yelled at her, Natsuki, I promise. But it was my decision to bring you back first. Given what happened, I thought Yuri might have more trouble with it than you would. And I thought better to have a strong base of people who can help before we bring Yuri back. You know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I cannot believe you, Monica. I trusted you.
No, I'm sorry.
And like, what the hell? Well, 2D digital goddamn waifus?
The best waifus.
That's all we are? Everything else is just a setup for that? I can't, please. We have to do something. I'm gonna be sick.
But we haven't seen that look in a while. When was the last time we saw that face? I think that face only showed up in the original game for like a few frames before she immediately hurries off. Like, when that face shows up, you can't even pause on it because the game automatically advances and has her run off. Which is why it's hard for me to tell, but I think her eyes are slightly different in this expression this time, right? I think her eyes look... The expression in her eyes might be slightly different. But then again, it was only on the screen for such a short period of time that I couldn't be entirely sure here. Okay. Saw a dead Yuri again, I guess. She saw everyone dead again. She saw everything. Instantly. When she became club president, she saw all routes and endings all at once. Which is nice. Ain't that something? Ain't that just beautiful? Natsuki slumps over with her hand against the wall. And Sayori quickly rushes over to comfort her.
It's okay, Natsuki, I know it's hard. Natsuki,
Monica, just stay away from me. Get away. I can't right now. I can't.
I'll get some stuff to clean up with. We both went through this too, Natsuki.
Natsuki's crying heavily. Natsuki #1 speedrunner. That she is.
It's so messed up, man. It's not right. I can't.
I know, just deep breaths. Happy thoughts.
That's so fucked up. Why am I laughing?
Natsuki loudly blows her nose.
Ah,
Are we back to the present now?
Oh, hi again, Code.
I guess we're back to the present.
Today's a weird first for me. I got up, got ready for the day, and then found that I still have a bunch of time before I needed to go. I'm not actually sure what to do with the time now, but since you're here, we can talk briefly if you want. It would help me to clear my mind about a few things. Hopefully you don't mind. What do you want to talk about?
You know what, I'll actually save here just in case. Well, we just saw Natsuki becoming aware, so we might as well follow up on that. Stay on topic, you know?
Oh yeah! I noticed that the game was kind of taking you through that. It was a pretty rough day. No one really gets through that realization completely unscathed, you know? She was angry for a really long time. I worry that she never really recovered completely from it. You know?
Or she doesn't seem as traumatized. Actually, she seems pretty okay. I don't know. I don't know if she's hiding something, though. But on the surface, like, she seems totally fine with it, and she appreciates the memes and stuff. And being called best girl. Like, she seems to embrace it fully. But fully recovered from, like, the events of the game, I don't think so. I don't think anyone can really truly recover from the events that they saw. So I'll go middle.
Yeah. I think that's right. Although I don't really know. Everyone says I'm good at reading people, but I'm not really. Just lucky guesses mostly. But still, yeah, I think that's a good view of her. Sometimes she seems really sad or upset for no reason. Like she would just zone out and completely be in a lot of pain. And she feels better, and then the club can help her continue to get better.
Well, staying on the topic of best girl, about her sister.
So yeah, Yuki hasn't been doing well. Nancy keeps insisting that maybe she could pull through, but no one else thinks so. Even Yuki has been doing things like writing her will and stuff. Natsuki's been taking it really hard. I guess that's why it's been so hard to see if she still feels bad about the reality thing like we talked about. We don't really know what to do. It's not like there's anything you can do or say to make someone feel better in a situation like this. We're just trying to be supportive, you know? But at the same time, we need to give her some space. She probably wouldn't appreciate it if we just smothered her. I'm hoping things somehow work out alright. But I'm expecting that Natsuki will have to deal with life without her sister. It'll be hard to help her through that. But in a way, if I can be an awful person for a second, it'll be nice because I'll be able to focus on someone else's problems. I know that makes me a little terrible, but things like this really help me feel better. Still, if I could just wish that Fuyuki got instantly better, I would. Natsuki doesn't deserve to have that happen to her, and neither does Fuyuki. She's a really good person.
Let's talk about a little bit of a lighter topic as a little bit of a change up. You and MC.
My favorite topic. We've been really good. He's been a little shy about certain things, but you probably don't care about that. And things are going super well overall. He's so gentle and kind. Plus, he's really kind with people other than me. He's been really helpful to Natsuki while she's had this hard time.
Natsuki not November. Ah yes. That is what Triple N stands for, absolutely.
He's even really helped Fuyuki. Apparently they've talked a couple of times. And Fuyuki mentioned to Natsuki later that MC was a really smart, strong boy, which kind of surprised Natsuki. But it didn't surprise me, because I know that, what he's like with me. He really lets me be who I really am. And it's okay with him if sometimes that's really happy and sometimes really sad. It's really nice not to have to worry for once. To know that the other person will be okay no matter how you are. And that they'll be okay with you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wish I could say I know. I mean, maybe chat to a degree. But really only to a degree. Because yeah, there is a safe space where everyone can basically talk about anything they want to. And some people sometimes can provide help, but normally it's just but normally you can't expect much more than talking. But yeah, I don't really, yeah.
Well, don't worry. And then someday you will, if that's what you want. I know it can be hard. I know what it's like to feel really alone, and like things will never get better. But if you just keep going, they will. You just have to be kind to everyone and be yourself. So stay strong, okay? What do you want to talk about?
Well, staying on the topic of you and your relationships, I guess let's address the heavy topic of Monica, and then finish it up with Ida.
Yeah, there is that little situation, isn't there? I think I understand a little better why I lashed out at her. It's like MC keeps telling me. I never really dealt with how I felt about what Monica did to me. I just kind of buried it to avoid hurting Monica's feelings. Because to me, I wasn't worth anything, so why should my pain and anger be worth any inconvenience to Monica? But now that I'm starting to feel at least a little good about myself, all of it is coming back, and it came back pretty strong all at once. And I did not deal with the feelings well. Fortunately, Monica's pretty strong, so I think she's okay. Although I definitely hurt her feelings, but we've been working together on stuff since then. Remember how I said we were trying to be supportive about Natsuki's sister? Me and Monica have been talking to everyone about things to do for that, and how we should act. So that's brought us together a little, and it's been really nice being able to talk to Monica kind of normally. Still, things are a little awkward between us. We're going to need to have a long talk about what I said and did probably. Not looking forward to that. And I've been through all the things I'll need to say depending on how she feels. But there's probably no way around us having a long, exhausting, drawn-out conversation. One I'll probably feel really drained and depressed after. Fortunately, I do have MC for that. He's really good at helping me fill my battery again when I feel that way. Still, there'll definitely be a difficult period. The talk with Monica is definitely going to be long and horrible. Hopefully we can go back to being really good friends afterwards, though.
Well, that just leaves Miss Ida in the club.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot. Obviously not as much since the whole thing with Yuki, especially since we worried that Natsuki is a little bit in denial about it. Still though, Miss Ida is kind of a problem for sure for us.
Sorry. Had to take a second to die again. Wow, I'm dying very frequently while playing DLC recently, huh? Don't really have these kinds of issues. Didn't have these kinds of issues before. And still don't really have them during other games, but apparently when it comes to DLC, I just sometimes die a little bit. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. It's totally not the game just being like, hey, do you want to have a dark story too? No, it's not the game infecting me. Totally not.
Misa's kind of a problem for us. It's hard because she's so nice and easy to get along with, but at the same time she's very nosy. It's pretty clear she knows something is weird about the literature club, and she doesn't seem like she's going to give up on finding out what. The club isn't really sure what to do about it. Some of us want to tell her the truth, MC isn't sure, but me and Yuri want to just be honest with her. Natsuki and Monica don't want her to know though. I think mostly because they're worried about it being upsetting for her. I mean, like we were just talking about with Natsuki, it's a really traumatic experience, and it's hard to predict how people will react. Plus, I know Monica is worried about too many people finding out. She's worried that if too many people discover the truth, it'll spread out of control, and then things will get unpredictable. And probably kind of messy for Monica if people know that she's the one with control over the world. Or whoever the club president is at the time, I guess. Anyway, whatever we do, we'll have to have a plan for it, and do it together, probably. Another reason why I need to have that really long, difficult talk with Monica. Really not looking forward to that still. Let's see, what time is it? I still have plenty of time. Thanks for talking to me. It helps to have someone not involved in all this stuff to dump my thoughts on. Sorry for using you as a vent outlet. Hopefully you don't mind or resent me for it. Now I need to figure out what to do with all the spare time until it's time to go to class. You know, MC's always coming over here to wake me up and make sure I have a nice start of my day. Maybe I should go over there today and surprise him. It would probably help him feel better about my mental health too. I know he tries really hard not to worry about it, so that I can avoid worrying about him worrying. But it would probably help him to see me up and about really early. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely go surprise him. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he'll be really pleased to see me over there. Plus, I can tease him a little about being sleepy and slow to get up and stuff. You know, the things he usually does to me. Should be fun. I'm going to head over there now. Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, no, we're going over.
Wake up, MC!
Sayori?
Yes, MC, it is I, Sayori. I have come to awaken you. So, get up, sleepyhead.
But I am up now.
Oh, yes, so you are. Well, I was going to come in here and tease you about still being asleep, and all the things you usually do when you get up before me. But it turns out I'm not very good at it.
You're doing great, Cinnamon Bun. I'm really glad to see you here. What are you doing up so early?
I just got up early. I went to bed earlier yesterday, like I've been talking about.
It's great.
Yeah. And I just woke up and didn't feel like I needed to sleep anymore. So I got up. And then I looked at the clock and it was still super early. So I had breakfast, took a long shower, and it was great.
I'll bet. And now here you are.
Yep, here I am, in your bedroom. And with 15 minutes still to spare. Very interesting.
Oh. Well, not as much time as I'd like for what you're thinking of. Oh shit. MC wants that adequate foreplay, you know? I have to take a shower and stuff too. I should probably get started on that. Be with you in a minute, okay, Bun? We can kiss soon.
We better. But not now. Not with you here. If you don't mind. I guess you probably have no control over it. Shoo. Go and let Code visit someone else game. Mostly because I don't remember the commands off the top of my head. Oh, it's leaving. See you later.
Wow, the game's listening. Would you look at that? Ah, yes, Yuri. Time to be in her head for a bit.
I'm to head up for some time alone on the roof. Everything's been so dramatic lately.
Well, you're not really getting all the true alone time this time around.
I should spend some time looking inward. My friends don't really rely on me too much for too much support in times like these, but to the extent that they do, I want to be prepared and available, so I must be content with myself first. Perfect, almost no one here, just a few of the usual other introverts that are up here, and Natsuki, she's never up here. Gosh, she's just looking out at the city through the fence. She looks really poetic like that. She's probably still upset about her sister. Maybe I could help. I wonder if she wants to talk about it, though. I should check just in case. Natsuki?
Yuri, hi, yes? What is it?
Oh, it's just, you're not usually up here on the roof, and I know things have been really hard for you the last week, but with all the stuff with your sister, and I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, but I'm here if you are.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
That's okay, Natsuki, we don't have to. I'll be available to talk about it whenever you want to. I'll just be over there, giving you your space, and,
I want to talk about something else.
Okay.
Yeah, distract yourself.
What do you want to talk about exactly?
What I do want to talk about, Yuri, is our next secret operation.
Oh dear, the last one did not go very well.
The last one went perfectly.
But,
Tell me this, Yuri. Are Sayori and MC together or are they not?
they are.
And therefore the plan was successful.
Oh, of course. So what's your next plan? An extremely cunning and covert one, doubtless.
Of course. So the student council has been messing with our business. I like Miss Ida, okay, but I like the club better back when it was, back the way it was before. Back when it's just Monica running things, as weird as that is to say. And I want things to go back to being like that. So we're going to break into the student council room.
Wait, seriously? That seems like a terrible idea. It's scary and could result in a lot of trouble. First of all, even if we break in successfully, what would we even do? It's not like we can just check off some pieces of paperwork and make them magically undo their decision that way.
Man, I don't know, but I know we'll find something. Something we can use to convince them or use as leverage.
Blackmail, you mean?
Well, no, nothing mean like that. Unless we really had to. But like, there's gotta be something we could use, you know?
This plan seems about as well thought out as the last one.
Yuri, come on.
True, we have sneaky Yuri. Yuri should be the one handling the breaking in. Actually, she would work perfectly for that. Because listen. We know from past experiences that Yuri really is sneaky. Like, she snuck up on Natsuki so many times perfectly, and they used that to their advantage going forward from there. And wasn't it established that Yuri is apparently good at picking locks as well? Like, that was established before, wasn't it? Like, they talked about random things about the club members that we would not know, and I think it was brought up that Yuri knows how to pick locks. So her being so incredibly sneaky just like naturally, and being able to pick locks would make her the perfect candidate to handle the breaking in part. This entire operation is gonna be relying on her heavily.
Oh, Yuri, come on. I really miss how the club used to be. When people would just leave us alone and let us do our thing. And we didn't have to worry about a teacher breathing down our necks. Even a nice one. It was just private and safe and comfortable, you know? Don't you miss that?
I mean, yes, I do. I'm just not very confident that your plan will restore that to us. But even supposing that I approved of this, you said the word we when you mentioned the idea. Does that mean you want me to take part in this?
Of course, you're gonna be the most valuable component of this plan.
Yeah, of course. You're a critical part of the plan,
Exactly.
What on earth do I contribute in your mind to a plan such as this one?
Well, I think you contribute mightily in the area of, stealthiness?
Stealthiness, me? But you're the small sneaky one. Surely I, with my greater height and awkward mannerisms, would stand out a lot compared to you. What could I possibly have to offer? I said, what could I...
You heard I heard you the first time. You're sneakier than I am.
What was that? I'm not quite sure I understood what you...
I said you're sneakier than I am. Plus, you're right, this is kind of a little scary. But I still want to do it even though it's scary. So I need to confront the scariness. I would feel better about it if you were there. That would make it less scary. Yuri?
we could, that is to say, I'll do it.
Awesome. So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay, here goes nothing. Hey, Monica.
Just as she prepared herself, we arrived to look in on this discussion.
Hello, Sayori. Monica, we should talk. Well, sure, Sayori, of course. Look, Sayori, I'm really sorry about... No, Monica, I wanted to say I'm sorry. I was mean and horrible to you. I should not have been like that. And I'm sorry. Let me explain. Oh, Sayori, you can explain if you really want to, but you do not need to. Not to be. You're struggling with a really serious problem, Sayori. And I understand. It's hard to care about yourself for the first time, and that's okay. Yeah, exactly. I realized I had never really dealt with how I felt about what happened to me in the original game, and that's why I lashed out. But how did you know that? Well, I'm not too bad at figuring things out, especially about you. I think I know you better than you might think. Plus, MC talks to me sometimes. He doesn't like to talk too much about your mental state because he's very protective. But he says enough for me to put two and two together. But Sayori, what I'm trying to say is this. You have absolutely nothing to apologize to me for. I owe you the apologies. And as I've said before, I'm extremely sorry for what I did. I always will be. And if there's anything I can do to help you, you let me know. If you think there's more you need to explain to me beyond that, though, please do say. I don't know. I was so mean to you. I kind of thought we'd have to have a long, serious, intense talk about things. Because what I did was so bad. And your feelings were really hurt. Like I said, we could, if you really want to. But as far as I'm concerned, we're fine and you owe me no explanations or apologies. So, talk if you need to. But alternatively, we could just go to the cafeteria and go get you an... we could just go to the cafeteria and I could go get you an ice cream. And then we could talk about happy stuff there.
That's genius! Could it really be so simple?
I can if you want.
I do!
So he runs over and gives Monica a big hug.
Come on, let's go.
Thanks for being such a good friend, Monica.
No, Sayori, thank you. You want to do another sleepover tonight, in celebration of things not being weird anymore?
Well, I have therapy, but after that, yeah.
Awesome, I can come pick you up if you want.
It is so simple. Imagine if things were always that simple. So, we're good to go on the mod?
Yes, I think so. At least in terms of actually making it. Watching it in advance with us either is actually the hard part.
Yeah, where is everyone? We're kind of on a time limit here, aren't we?
We are.
Yay, MC's mod! This is gonna be fun!
You seem bright and chipper today, even more than usual.
Monica got me ice cream! And we're okay now. No more fighting over me being mad. Or maybe I will get mad, and maybe she will too sometime. But we'll be okay, because we're friends. Something like that.
Sounds like you worked out your issues in a healthy way. Friend must be like, yo, you're a dick. 5 seconds later, you wanna hang out? That is how it is, isn't it? Like, the closer you are to your friends, the more you casually insult each other, I think, right? That's how it works? I think so. Sounds like you worked out your issues in a healthy way.
Well, yeah, we worked it out with ice cream. Ice cream never fails.
It certainly doesn't, especially not when you're involved, Sayori.
Best friends with
Did we get the mod all set up, Yuri?
We sure did. I'm ready to go.
Good. I'm going to text Natsuki. She needs to get here soon before Miss Ida comes to for our club time.
Sorry I'm late.
It's alright, Natsuki. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine. I'd just rather not be sad all the time, okay? I'll be fine today, I promise. Let's just do fun stuff. Let's get rolling with your mod MC.
Alright, but I warn you, it's very cursed.
Pretty sure we all made somewhat cursed mods this semester. Mine even has cursed in the title. Anyway, let's get started on MC's mod. Remember not to talk during it or the game will get confused about whether we're speaking or the mod characters are speaking. And then code will be confused. And we don't want that. Here we go.
Alright, MC, what did you make? What did you create? Obligatory body swap episode! Oh, that seems fun. It's a day much like any other day in Natsuki's bedroom. With one exception. One very important exception.
Five more minutes?
Natsuki, why are you still in bed? Are you feeling alright? You're never this late.
Wait, I'm not Natsuki?
The definitely not Natsuki takes a look in the mirror.
Oh crap.
Come on, Natsuki, hurry it up. I can hear you moving around in there.
Okay, play it cool, just get outside and act like Natsuki would act. Oh, righto, Dad. I'll be out in a hot second for real. Yeet?
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Gotta throw in the yeet.
Phew. Get out of there without arousing too much suspicion. Code, it's me.
Should I'll still do the Natsuki voice. I'll do the voice according to the body they're in. I'll do the voice according to the body they're in, I think. Right? I think that would be the best way to do it. So she has she did not. Monica's? You sure? I guess I'll do it. But I thought I should keep the voices according to the body, not the character inhabiting the body, but I guess...
It's Monica. I guess I should have seen something like this coming. We are in an episodic sitcomish visual novel video game, I suppose. A body swap arc is entirely predictable.
So do body, okay. So we go by body. Monka S, right.
Usually it happens when the characters are feeling aggravated with each other and don't appreciate the struggles the other characters go through.
Like Monka S, yeah. Okay.
It ends with everyone having a new appreciation for the problems of their colleagues, and everyone learns a valuable lesson. No doubt by the end of today you'll learn all about the struggles of being short. I'll learn all about the struggles of being short. I just realized that someone else is probably in my body, and more importantly that Natsuki usually relies on me giving her a ride to get to school. Unless she takes the bus, but I have no idea how to do that. I guess I need to text whoever is in my body to come pick me up, although not many of the others know how to drive. Hey, a little awkward, but whoever is in Monika's body this morning, please don't forget to pick up Natsuki.
Not a problem, on it.
Well, that's a relief. Hopefully whoever's in my body won't find it too embarrassing.
I think it might be MC. The reason is, I didn't really see anything specific about the texting style of him. Plus, MC knows how to drive. MC Gober. MC has a driving license, I think that was mentioned before. He just doesn't have a car. So for him it shouldn't be a problem. But plus, since the texts seem pretty generic, I'm thinking MC. Resident body technically has a driving license, MC Gober. Technically, well, MC has a driving license before too, so yeah.
Hopefully whoever's in my body won't find it too embarrassing. Probably should have asked who was in there. Oh well, we'll just see when they get here, I guess. Here she comes. Here I come. Or no, wait, here she comes is right. This is kind of confusing.
So, I'm guessing that since you were talking to whoever was in Monika's body, you already knew about the whole body switching thing, huh?
It could also be Yuri, judging by the stuttering.
And that means you're not actually Natsuki.
Correct. I'm assuming that it's Yuri in there from the nervous stuttering.
Yeah, that was my other guess. But I would have guessed that Yuri, even in her text, would have capitalized her sentences properly. I don't know. That's kind of why I guess it might have been MC. Oh, it's not Yuri.
No, not Yuri.
Then why are you so nervous and stuttery? Oh no. I know why.
Yeah,
It is MC, isn't it? MC in the body of a girl.
it's MC. I'm not very used to this.
Yeah, that would be weird. Oh god.
Okay, calm down. Let's try to handle this as stoically and maturely as possible. I will not ask any weird questions about the process of getting dressed. I'm sure you did only what you had to do. Don't ask, don't tell.
Oh my gosh, thanks. That's actually a huge weight off my shoulders. I really wasn't looking forward to telling Monika, you, about me being in here.
Yeah, definitely the less said about that, the better. Do you know who any of the rest of us are?
Not me. I just came straight here, not looking forward to seeing who ended up in the only male body in the literature club.
Well, it's either Natsuki, Sayori, or Yuri. And all those have pretty obvious downsides for you.
Oh yeah, Sayori definitely. Sayori immediately checking out the goods of her boyfriend as soon as she gets the chance, right? Yuri's nervousness would definitely quadruple, probably, I'd imagine. As for Natsuki, well, she would definitely mess around. She would absolutely mess around being in MC's body.
Although, if it were me in your position, I'd probably hope for Yuri. She'd probably deal with it the most maturely.
Maybe. I guess let's just head over to school and see who's who.
Sounds like a plan. And again, just to be clear, I do not need or want to hear any of the details of how you are functioning in my body.
Understood, let's get going. So, how's the weather down there?
Wow. Immediately with the short jokes.
Do you know what I'm already beginning to understand about Natsuki's life?
What's that?
Actually, being short is nowhere near as bad as the constant, never-ending, not even good short jokes.
Makes sense.
Natsuki will be tall. Oh my god. Right, imagine Natsuki in Yuri's body. Yes! Natsuki would totally end up in Yuri's body. Let's face it. That's totally how this is gonna go. She's gonna be the tallest one here.
You've got to stop acting so uncomfortable. People will know something's up.
It's so weird. Like seeing Monica on screen, but having to read the text box, which also says Monica in the Natsuki voice. Because, listen. It says Monica. Monica is here. But the one speaking is Natsuki's body. So I have to do the Natsuki voice. This is confusing.
People will know something's up.
It's hard. It's already tough trying to get used to being in a girl's body, but every time I start getting used to it, some new weird thing happens that I have to get used to. It's really tough to handle. Hello everyone!
Chose your own fate. I did, kind of.
I take it you two are also inhabiting the body of another?
Maybe that is Yuri. Maybe that's Yuri.
We are? I'm really Monica and that's MC in my actual body there?
Ah, poor MC! Is being a girl turning out to be more of a challenge than you expected? Yeah, there are lots of things that are actually really hard about it that I didn't expect, and some that you might have expected.
Shut it, MC!
Ah, and Monica, it seems like you're adapting well to being Natsuki. Your annoyance is almost a complete authentic experience. I must say I think certain things about the bodies we inhabit imprint themselves on our personality. I don't feel Sayori's depression, thankfully, but her smile truly is wonderful to feel. It's quite addicting.
I feel I don't really need to ask, but...
Yes, it is I, Yuri, of course, at your service. If I may ask, do we have a plan for dealing with this unusual situation?
Not really, or at least I don't yet.
Let's kill my text. Oh shit. This is gonna get confusing, isn't it?
And I think MC is a little too distracted at the moment to analyze the situation. As a start, I think we should find Sayori and Natsuki. Are we in the bodies of you two in the same combination or other? Then we find them, and then once we find them, we can see how it's going. Hopefully they'll be dealing with it alright.
Imposter.
What the fuck, man?
Okay, yeah, that is absolutely Natsuki.
Why are you in the girls' locker room?
I just forgot. I come in here all the time, it's just a force of habit.
You gotta get out. What if someone comes in and sees you in here? Get out, out!
Fine, fine, jeez. Alright. So that is Sayori.
It's just weird. And my boyfriend.
Oh no, Sayori just went off screen, got it. This is extra confusing now. We have only Yuri on screen, the text box says Sayori, and I have to read it in the voice of MC. How? How can it get more confusing than having Yuri on screen with Sayori text box and MC voice? Peak comedy. It is peak comedy, isn't it? MC and girls changing room, gonna be fun. It's just weird being in my boyfriend's body. I don't want to be left alone for too long.
Yeah, I get it. I'll be right out. Just need a little more time in here. Get used to this myself.
And honestly, it was super amazing.
I'll bet. Any sign of the others yet today?
No, not yet. MC gets all the bitches. I mean, he got Monika's body, which I think is a huge win. The smart, beautiful, athletic girl that's completely out of his league, and he inhabits her body. It definitely could have ended up worse for him. And I mean, he had to inhabit a girl's body. He is the only boy in the club. So if he inhabits someone else's body, it's gotta be a girl. Which again, embarrassment, bound to happen. No, not yet. Oh wait, here comes Natsuki. I mean, you. You know what I mean.
Oh, thank goodness I found you two. I was looking everywhere.
Wait, that'll fucking not be you in my body, Yuri.
Relax, Natsuki, it's Monika.
Sweet, that's exactly who I would have chosen. Now you can experience life as a short person. Come over here, we can do that thing where I put my tall person hand on your head at a distance and you kick and punch in the air.
Yeah, no thanks.
Man, what a fucking ice cream. What an absolute tsundere. Never before in the history of the world has there existed such a totally ragged bitch merely for having and enforcing boundaries.
Alright, you've made your point. So that makes Natsuki in Yuri's body.
Yup. He should do everything to experience failure. Everything. I mean, let's face it. If anyone, doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, if any of us woke up in the body of the opposite gender, be honest, who wouldn't experiment a little bit? Everyone would, right? And we would, and if it was the body of actually another person who exists and who we know, we would absolutely feel guilty about it, but we would still do it. So, yeah. I think that is something we can agree on here. I mean, why not? I mean, at this point, you gotta know the body you're in, inside and out, right?
So that makes Natsuki in Yuri's body, which means that's Yuri and MC's body, huh? That must be a unique experience for you.
I've had worse experiences, that's for sure. Still kinda depressed though. But mostly I feel pretty okay about it. Now it's extra confusing.
So I guess you've seen MC and Yuri then.
Why does it say Yuri now? Why does it say Yuri sprite when got enlarged? And it says Yuri, but up until now it always said the name of the character inhabiting the body. Why does it now say Yuri? And they're talking about,
So I guess you've seen MC and Yuri then.
consistency, my friends, consistency.
Huh, there's MC in Yuri's body too. That would be epic.
No, MC is in my body. And Yuri's in Sayori's body.
Huh, what a trip. Well, we should all meet in the club room after school, I guess. That way we can talk about this.
Sounds good. I'll tell the others and we can meet up then. Until then, play it as cool as you can. Try not to arouse too much suspicion. The literature club has enough weird secrets without people prying into this one. See you guys after class. Okay, everyone. We're obviously in kind of a weird situation today. So we're going to dispense with the normal club activities. Instead, we need to figure out what we're going to do about this.
Do we really need to do anything about it right away? This is something of a unique opportunity, isn't it? A rare glimpse at the world through the eyes of another. A chance for us to gain experiences we never get ourselves. The possible personal growth we could achieve is remarkable.
Oh my god, Yuri, shut up. It's so weird hearing your pretentious crap coming from Sayori's mouth.
Yuri's kind of right though. And I'm not just saying that because she's mine. It's been a lot of learning learning new things about MC. maybe we should at least spend a little bit of time taking advantage of the opportunity.
Not so sure about that.
Experiences, you say? Oh, shiz.
Man, your hair's pretty awesome though, Yuri.
Isn't it just? I don't know. I think I'm with Natsuki on this one. It's an uncomfortable situation. I think we ought to return things to normal as quickly as possible. What do you think, MC?
Well, it's definitely been really awkward being in a different body, and having Sayori in mine. I'm pretty sure that getting it over with quicker would be a good thing.
MC,
Yeah?
I need to talk to you about this. In private. Right now. Sayori as MC pulls MC as Monica by the hand through the door of the literature club, slamming the door behind them. Oh no, has Sayori done the deed in his body already? Has she already... Did she discover the annoying habit of mourning wood and was like, damn it, how do I get rid of this? Oh wait, I heard about this. Mourning wood can be a bitch. Don't know if that's what they're gonna be talking about or other stuff. Oh well, making out could be. Though I'm sure Monica already feels weird if they were making out like that. You fool, ignore it. Well, she wouldn't know to ignore it. She would think the only way to get rid of it is to, you know, get rid of it the good way. But yeah, most people would just ignore it because it's just a thing that happens in the morning sometimes.
Damn it, Sayori! No making out while body swapped? That's my body he's in? This is making it weirder than it needs to be.
Yuri, I also need to talk to you about this alone.
Okay.
We're not making out like they are. We are going to have a serious, responsible discussion about our responsibilities and about how weird it is to be in our body. No making out.
I'm going to need so many baths if I ever get back into my body. Well, while those four get this out of their system, I would probably start trying to figure out what happened here. If there's any way to fix it. I've got to say, Code, in a way it's pretty fun being Natsuki. Being the small is kind of fun. It just feels more light and agile, I guess. Hard to describe. Anyway, time to get to work. Hopefully the others come back soon from whatever they're doing. Well, are we all better now? Talked about your problems enough? Ready to focus?
We did talk though. We had a long, normal discussion, which was in no way any dumb thing you think it was. We just talked.
We didn't.
Enough. I really don't need to hear about it. Anyway, if you guys are quite done, I've discovered a problem.
Most frustrating to handle. At this point, Monica, probably because she has the most experience. Maybe Yuri as well. Yuri would also be a decent pick, I think. Natsuki can be kind of impulsive sometimes. Sayori, we don't want to run the risk of her committing self-delete again. NMC, we know, while he might potentially be responsible, we don't, it might be unsafe. Right? That's the thing. Oh well.
I'm not sure how, but our character definitions just got a little messed up somehow. Some random glitch or other transported our definitions and CHR file associations onto each other's sprites. I should be able to fix it with just a few lines of code.
Wait, if there's one weird random glitch, is that evidence of deterioration? Should we be worried about the stability of our whole platform?
I don't think so, no. If it were something like that, there'd probably be more and increasing problems. I'm hoping we're good and this is just a one-time thing.
Well, what are we waiting for then? This has been interesting, but kind of weird. I think I'm about ready for this to be over with.
Hang on a second. Hang on a sec, though. We really should take some time to, like, learn a valuable lesson or whatever. Just like anime body swap episodes, what's the point otherwise?
Sounds to me like a thinly veiled excuse to stay in Yuri's body another day.
It's nothing like that. I just want us all to have valuable learning experiences so that we can grow as people. I feel like I'm starting to have some of the Yuri pretentiousness rub off on me.
Yet, I'm having some of your rebellious sassiness rub off on me. Fine though, let's spend a day as each other and then tomorrow I'll fix it. But since we're skipping out on club as a result, you guys get an assignment to do with it. I want you to tell me what valuable life lesson you learned while living in the other person's body. I'll see you all here tomorrow.
The next day.
Alright, I'm just about ready to turn us back. What did we all learn, starting with MC? He probably had the most to learn.
I did. Being a girl is hard. People treat you a lot differently. Girls' clothes are complicated. And the whole cramps thing is awful. I get what you guys mean about that now. But overall, there were a lot of pluses too. It's not worse, it's just a lot different. Still, very much ready to go back to being a boy though.
So Yuri, how about you?
Being a boy is awesome in like so many ways. There really aren't too many downsides, other than really feeling mentally like a girl and being a boy. That's kind of difficult. Definitely have some more empathy for your sister now, Natsuki. Also guys, neckties are kinda uncomfortable. They're really constricting and tight. Plus, guys' clothes in general are way more boring. But in general, I'd say you guys have it pretty good.
Thanks, systemic sexism, about which I now have a much greater appreciation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like I was telling MC earlier, I think the worst part about the shortness isn't the actual shortness, although that is somewhat annoying. The real problem is how everyone constantly talks about you being short, which is incredibly aggravating.
Monica, I've never felt so seen in my entire life. You get it, girl. You truly get it. Blessed content.
Yes. Anyway, there were a few other challenging aspects to Natsuki's life that I won't talk about too much here. Stuff you all already know mostly, but I will say this. Natsuki, you are a very, very strong woman, and my respect to you after the events of yesterday and today has gone up a lot.
MC and Sayori should have swapped. Yeah, gender swap making out. How would that be? To be like in the body of your significant other and have them be in your body? Oh, to be squished by a lemon.
What?
Yeah, well, Yuri is kind of really complex in the world, you guys. I've only kind of been able to understand, since I'm not really her, but even being in here, it's really interesting. Like I do most of my living out in the world, if that makes sense, but I think Yuri does most of her living within herself, kinda get why she's so needy with her alone time now. Also, I kinda expected that it would be badass walking around in this body compared to my usual one, but it turns out to have a huge number of downsides, including unwanted attention. Also, it really hurts sometimes.
I know, right? Well, just as Natsuki discovered the importance of the inner world to me, I discovered how much Sayori's life is bound to the lives of other people. There are so many people who rely on Sayori on a daily basis. She helps a lot of people, besides us here in the club. She's a constant source of light and energy for so many people who look up to her for those things. And it's very rewarding to be able to help so many people, but it's also very draining, even without me actually feeling the depression. Sayori does a lot of emotional labor. It's not surprising at all to me that she crashes so much, especially at the end of the day. You should try to build in more time for yourself, Sayori.
I know, it's just... I really like helping everyone. It makes me feel valuable and worthwhile.
Well, it does sound like everyone learned some kind of lesson or another, so let's wrap this up.
Did it work?
And we're back? Yep. Well, that feels strange. Like moving back into your old home. So, what are you all going to do now?
I'm going home now. This was weird, bye.
So Yuri, did you and Natsuki actually talk while you were in my body?
Yes, we did. But you and MC didn't do any talking, did you?
We did not.
I'm going to go rinse my mouth out with some bleach.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, seems fair.
I mean, I wouldn't kiss MC, but I wouldn't wash my mouth out with bleach. That would be like an insult to Sayori.
I did not appreciate all the subtle shipping of me and Yuri. Sayori's a bad influence on you, MC. You're becoming like her and all the real-world shippers.
What do you mean? I didn't put any you and Yuri shipping in there. You must be reading something into it subconsciously.
Aha, hilarious.
I thought this was a pretty faithful simulation of what this would be like, but I wanted to see how we learned the lessons we talk about at the end. Like, how did I come to find so many people depend on Sayori? I think it would have been better if we could have seen the characters experience the things the people whose bodies they're in go through.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just ran out of time and had to cut content somewhere. Plus, I thought it was kind of funny just to cut to the heartwarming lessons learned and keep the fun crazy part. As a boy, Monica? Well, it's just MC. It is just the main character. But welcome to the stream. Can't talk today. Xenoberian. Hi, welcome. How are you? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the follow as well. It's appreciated. Plus, I kind of thought it was funny just to cut to the heartwarming lessons learned and keep it to the fun crazy part.
Makes sense. I liked how you acted in my. I liked how I acted in your body. Seemed kind of like how I would be. It's like, man, what is it like for boys? Plus, I'm glad you didn't end up in my body in the mod. That would be embarrassing. Plus, it would be weird to make out with yourself. But not with your boyfriend in my body, huh? I like to think that we have a solid, friendly, yet professional relationship, Monica. Where if my boyfriend got transplanted into your body, you'd be very understanding at the makeouts.
Oh, understanding at the Makeouts is a good band name, although it's a little long.
Well, luckily, Sayori, yes, I would be totally understanding of I would totally understand the situation. Probably, if anything, I'd be surprised if you didn't try it. Anyway, yes, very fun, light, zany mod MC.
Miss Ida abruptly walks in. Ah, to clear up confusion, that's a teacher. We have a teacher here. Temporarily supervising the club. I hope she didn't hear too much of that discussion, because this would be weird, because outside of the club no one knows they're in a game. Like, yeah, Monica was always self-aware, but at this point she has enlightened the rest of the club, by the way. The rest of the club has been enlightened to what's going on, but they don't want anyone else to know for obvious reasons.
Alright, just about club time. Oh, you're all here early already. Very timely. Oh, we all look forward to the club. Unless something holds us up. We're all usually pretty eager to get over here. Did you all finish your poems? I certainly did.
Monica glances at the rest of the club, who all nod their heads.
Well, okay, everyone. Let's officially start the club. Miss Ida, do you want to do the honors for poems? Sure. As I recall, Sayori wanted poems about food. Sayori, why don't you go first and show us your own food poem? Yes, ma'am!
Alright, here we go, poem time. Chocolate chip. Take a little trip to a sandy island. Get out your treasure map. We need to find it. But, swimming in a sea of sand, the treasure's everywhere in this land. Almost anywhere you dig down, you'll get that tasty, crunchy brown. And once we're all done, and we pull up anchor, we'll just set our course for another baker.
Much more the kind of thing I'd expect from you, Sayori, than some of your other poems I've seen. More unabashed sweetness, much like yourself. Ah, that's so nice!
Sayori is pretty sweet. But getting to the poem, I like how this poem gets what's so freaking delicious about a chocolate chip cookie. And that's basically all the chocolate chips everywhere. So this point sounds stupider now that I'm making it.
You're doing fine, MC, keep going.
Well, it sounds dumb, but the cool thing about the good chocolate chip cookies is the chocolate chips. I don't know, it's kind of how when you're eating chips, you sometimes get the really good chip. By a chocolate chip cookie, you don't have to look for the really good bite. Every bite is the good bite, because of all the chocolate chips. Anyway, I am an idiot, that all sounded really stupid. And Sayori's poem makes the point way better than I'm doing, is what I'm trying to say.
I think you did fine, MC.
Yes, do I. It was a hard concept to talk about in the first place, but you got there. Who else has feedback? No one. You're usually so talkative about each other's poems. Well, no matter. MC, why don't you go next?
Sure. A poem about seasonings on meat. Creative title, MC, I like it. Rosemary, basil, pepper and salt. Just roast the whole thing with some garlic on top. You don't need a knife, just a slight bit of torque. And a bit pulls away, the juice runs down the fork. And there on the skin, seasoning baked in, crisp without, soft within, just a piece of chicken.
Chicken, a favorite of yours, MC?
Well, I like it a lot, but this isn't so much about the chicken in particular. It's more about how good it is when you get the right combination of seasonings on something perfectly cooked.
Ah, so feedback, come on, girls. What did you all think?
I really liked how the rhyming got more intense as the poem went on. It made it really impressive. By the time you get to the end, the rhyming is just hitting super hard. It makes it sound really cool.
I agree. The line "just a piece of chicken" might sound a little corny otherwise, but because it fits the rhyme scheme, it just lends it a certain charm instead. Also, it made me really miss eating meat, but now I'm kinda hungry. So the poem really worked in one way, MC.
Thanks.
Come on, you two, don't be shy. Surely you must have some thoughts on MC's poem.
Well, I thought it was alright. The story was kind of a difficult one. I'm definitely not super happy with how my own poem turned out. The poem definitely got across an image and a feeling, so it did well there. But I was, I don't know, really prose-ish, I guess. Like, it felt more like writing than a poem. Sometimes, if that makes sense. So I don't want to rag on the poem.
Natsuki, rag on my poem all you want. I'll never get better otherwise.
It's just weird. Usually we have nothing but lavish praise for each other's poems. Feels weird to provide different feedback. But anyway, I like your rhyming scheme too, though thought that was cool. I think it just needed to be a little more poetic, I guess. Like more fancy and abstract.
If Natsuki's saying your poem needs to be more layered and subtle, it is probably so. But, and I agree, MC, the idea and the image are very good and worthwhile, but I would maybe state things more intuitively or from a perspective and wouldn't usually consider. Otherwise, your meritorious idea just because a statement rather than a poem.
Alright, I get the picture. Glad at least something about it was good though.
Monica, why don't you get ready to go next? MC, I thought the poem was very good, but I agree with the feedback.
Thanks.
Alright, here's mine.
Masago, almost like a fluid. The way it pools and flows and swishes in your mouth. The way it drenches what you pour on it. But it still has that crunch. The wonderful slight saltiness. It turns everything you eat into a wonderful delicious mess. Like popping delicious packing bubbles in your mouth.
Yes, that's exactly how to do it. That's the kind of thing we mean, MC. You see how she made it unusual and used analogies to other phenomena you might intuitively understand to make a point. The bit about it being like water, you see, and the packing plastic bubbles, more things that draw you in using your existing understanding.
Yeah, I get it, but
What?
I don't know, it's strangely unappetizing, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of Masago to start with, but like, I don't know, something about this poem just makes me find it even more unappetizing.
Today is critical feedback day, it would seem. But you're right, I definitely didn't put any effort into making it seem especially appetizing, particularly to someone who's not already a fan. It's just about the experience.
Yeah, like, swishing fish eggs around your mouth?
Like, its water is not sexy. Or really that appetizing.
I guess you kind of have to be a Masago person to get it. I get it, Monica! I knew you would.
It's good to see that you two are getting along well again.
Yeah, sorry about making the club weird for a while. And I like the poem. Masago is so good. And Monica's so right about it. That slight salty crunch. Now I want some.
You know, guys, I'm getting hungry now too, which is not good. But it can't be much. Actually, we haven't started emails yet. There's still quite a bit to go.
Well, before Sayori gets too hungry for Masago, let's move on. Natsuki, how about you?
Sure thing, Teach.
The Backstabbers. They say that apples are fruit of temptation, but they never met pineapples. Stuff them in your mouth more and more, they're just too good. Sour and sweet and tangy. I feel like I could never eat anything else. But these little bastards are betrayers. They beat your mouth and tongue into a bloody pulp. They're pills of regret, sweet delicious pain. And for days afterward, you will suffer for your love. Your passionate snacking fraught with horrible consequences, like your mouth's been stabbed with pine needles. Wait, I just realized something. Yeah, I was gonna say, the stabbing, and then the pine being capitalized like that, I was like, hang on, is this a callback to the stabbing poem of the pine trees and stuff, the snow on the pine trees? And then at the end, fully bring in the pine needles. This is a callback to your previous poem, Natsuki. I like it. I like the reference. I like the callback.
This is really good, Natsuki. I don't know what you were talking about, saying you weren't happy with this. It's charming and very true. Pineapple can be dangerously addicting and then painful.
I know, right?
Oh, I agree, I really like Natsuki's poem this week. She even used the word fraud. You're developing your vocabulary so much, Natsuki.
Bite it, Yuri.
But I really did like it. It was charming, as Monica says.
It really was. I like the little small joke at the end. And that she makes you think about it a little instead of just giving it to you. It makes it a really Natsuki kind of poem. So, a Natsuki kind of poem is one that makes you think or work for its meaning.
Well, if anything, those are actually Yuri's poem hallmarks. The thing that Sayori's talking about is that it has that twist at the end. And it makes you stop and consider everything you just read. This one is just kind of an actual joke Natsuki is making. But a lot of the time she makes serious point with these little stinker lines.
Ah, I see. I also like that line. I thought it was very enthralling.
She learns quickly.
Well, Yuri, that leaves you.
No mention of the callback to the previous poem, kind of? Come on.
Yes, here's mine.
A seed. Rice. Rice is a seed. Rice is a seed of a simple species of grass. Rice is a seed for countless culinary arts. Rice is a seed onto which you can put fish sauce, other seeds, tea, eggs, vegetables. Rice is a seed out of which human cells feed and grow. Rice is a seed which grew out of Chinese soil and swept east and west to grow in the whole world. Rice is a seed which farmers grew and sold, merchants bought and moved, governments seized and distributed. Rice is a seed out of which grows civilization.
Stylized repetition, one of my favorite devices. You really put it to good use here.
Another kind of direct poem for you, Yuri. You're not going soft on us, are you?
No, it's just a hard topic to be abstract about, like MC said.
Yeah, it really was. But Yuri's poem still just does it better than mine, I think. It just sounds so serious and grand. It puts the food in this really epic perspective, kind of like her tea poem.
Her tea poem?
Yeah, she wrote a really good poem about just, like, a cup of tea. Well, I have to have you check it out sometime.
Well, I think I might have heard it at the festival, but I'd love to read it. Looking forward to it. That is, if Yuri's okay with it, of course.
I probably will be. I just get a little nervous about sharing, especially older poems.
Don't stress about it, Yuri. Anyway, that's all the poems. Why don't you all do whatever free time activities you'd like to do for the rest of the club?
Thank goodness, gonna go read alone for a while today, guys.
Yuri goes to read her book, Natsuki her manga. Zero and MC start making silly drawings of each other.
Monica, do you mind if I speak to you in private for a moment? Sure, I do mind. I would really appreciate it if you didn't. Monica, I'm just going to come out and say it. I know that the club has a really big secret that it's hiding. I don't know what it is exactly, but I know that you guys have been doing club activities outside of school to keep whatever it is a secret. And I know that it was something really traumatic for at least some of the club members. You can understand my concern. You need to talk to me about this. I don't know what to say. Well, you can start by telling me whether anyone is being hurt by what's going on outside my supervision. And why I should trust you to give me a straight answer on it when at least some of you have been misleading me. No one is being hurt in my club. If anything, people are here so they can recover from being hurt.
Time to die? No death yet. If she knows too much, can you reset her? Like, this is... You know how to mess with the files in this world. Can you just reset Miss Ida? I mean, I'm sure that would be kind of a bad thing. But, like, as a last resort? Maybe?
The kind of traumatic thing that Natsuki and maybe MC went through. We all did, if you want me to be honest. I figured as much, but why lie about it? Why hide it? And if whatever it is over now, why you guys sneak off during to do activities by yourself? To talk about whatever it was in private? Something like that. But then still, why keep it a secret? Monica, I promise you, I just want to help. I'm just worried about all of you. I want to make sure you're okay, and that you will continue to be okay. I know, but it's not something I can talk about. It's something that belongs to all of us. I would need everyone to agree. And frankly, I want to make sure that you're okay, and that I can trust you. I guess there's no hiding from you that there is a secret anymore, but we did that in large part to protect you. Because let's just say, knowing what this secret is a pretty nasty burden. And some people deal better with the knowledge than others, and some worse. But you should control the information because you dealt better with it, I presume? No, I just understand so well why it needs to be kept secret because I dealt so badly with it. I know how bad it can get, and how dangerous it is, more than anyone. Look, I understand that you want to help, I respect that, but this is a secret we have. It's dangerous to people who know it, and troublesome. And yes, we meet in private to help deal with it. But if we were to share it with you, that wouldn't really necessarily help us, or make anything better or less dangerous. In fact, it might make things more dangerous for us. And it is very likely to hurt you.
Well, yeah. She is making good points. Maybe we can actually get Miss Ida off our backs. Who knows? Does she have a CHR file? No! She does not. Not do what you did to MC? No! We do not do that.
Natsuki said it was something extraordinary that other people wouldn't believe. Does that have anything to do with it? I mean, a little. That is true, it's an extraordinary and unlikely... extraordinary and unlikely to be believed, but mostly it's just a burden and dangerous, and something we have to manage. Even if we wanted to convince you, it's something you couldn't understand because you're a teacher. And I don't mean that in you adults could never understand us kind of way. I mean that, very literally, in order to experience this thing, you need to be an enrolled student at this particular school.
Well, okay then.
Very strange. You have no idea. Look, Miss Ida, we would still like to meet in private, just as friends, even if we're not allowed to as a club. I don't know what I can tell you other than it's a secret and you can't know. But I promise you, we're doing this to protect and help others and strengthen our friendship, not to hurt anyone or endanger anyone. I see. Well, it's not like I could stop you from just meeting as friends. It's just, Monica, please know that you can trust me, and I don't know what you have to trust me with. But no matter what is going on, I like to think that I'd be able to help you, and not a danger. You'd have a hard time knowing until you experienced it, but I believe you. I'll just have a remain a moot point since you're not a student. I suppose for now. Well, I've kept you long enough. I guess we're at an impasse. Let's get you back to your friends. Yeah.
Time to die. No.
So, after everything, she just knows now?
Well, kind of, not really. And she sees everyone dying 2 times. Well, that would definitely not be healthy. For her, probably. Again, it's best to keep this secret, probably, for now. Or, like, if there is a way to reset her memory, maybe we could show her, see how she deals with it, and reset if necessary. But we don't know if there's a way to do that, because character files aren't a thing, so,
She already knew, seems like. I'm not sure how she figured it out, but she doesn't know what it actually is, so there's not really a lot more to be done about it. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, you don't have to be so quite so uptight around her. Just make sure you don't let out the whole thing about the simulation. Yeah, we won't. Can we get onto emails? I just want us to get together and be a club today. And we're trying to keep our minds off troubling things, remember? Yeah, you're right. Okay, mood refresh. Let's get into our happy place to answer our viewers' emails. Here comes the first one.
Okay, for MC. We know you're straight and very much in love with Sayori, however, assuming she did not exist, what kind of qualities, personality, and or looks would a man have to get you to question yourself? Ooh. Giga chat, strongly. There are certain individuals who would get you to question it. There are certain individuals who would get anyone to question their sexuality, right? For Sayori, we know you're straight as well, and just as much in love with MC. However, assuming he didn't exist, what kind of personality qualities or looks would a woman have to get you to question your identity? For Natsuki, also straight, but you have declared that you kind of think women are hot before this, so this is more what kind of personality would change your mind from they're hot to I am in love. For Yuri, your sexuality falls under demisexual, and since that is attraction to someone you know very well. What kind of person who you don't know well would make you possibly change your mind? What kind of personality or features would make you think about dating them? For Monica, you're pansexual, specifically for the infinite number of real-life players in another reality. So my question to you is more specific. What would convince you to date someone in your own reality? What kind of person, with what kind of personality would make you okay with dating someone who is as non-real as yourself?
First email comes to us from Shaka again, and it's about relationships.
Hey again, Shaka.
Let's see, she has a question. She has a question followed by predictions about what we'll answer. So let's answer, and then we'll see how well the prediction held up. You're up first, MC.
Well, I guess I don't really know. I've never really been attracted to guys. I am attracted to girls, though, and one girl in particular. So I guess the more someone is girly or like Sayori, the better? Let's see what you predicted. Predict a very effeminate guy who is shorter than you, softer looking and quite shy, may tempt you, especially if they are either secretly a crossdresser or questioning their gender identity. Find a lot of men are more attracted to femininity than just girls alone. Yeah, more or less. Although you were way more specific about it than I was. But I'd say that's probably accurate. But basically I just like girls, you know.
Next, Sayori.
Ah, and here comes Tord and Future Tord, I guess.
She'd have to be really nice, and probably know how to take care of people, since I'm a big mess. So she'd have to be really emotionally strong, and have a lot of patience, and not be too afraid of me. And it wouldn't hurt if she was really pretty, someone I could look up to as actually being pretty, yeah. So yeah, basically someone really nice.
I predict that you may find a woman attractive if they have all the protective values that MC has, meaning they'll look after you, care for you despite your depression, girl will accept you, but help you try to be better in the same way MC has since your childhood. Probably. One thing, I do not feel attraction. Oh shoot.
Hey, yeah, basically. Although it's not really about me, obviously it's good if they're nice to me and able to support me, But that's more like something that needs to happen for the relationship to even work. Otherwise, they'll just run away from me as soon as they realize how messed up I am. But for me to be attracted to them, they'd have to be nice in general, like to other people. I love it when people are nice to each other.
My turn? You know, in love is strong words. I'm not sure what to tell you because I don't think I've ever really been in love. But, if I had to put a single word on it, it would be understanding. And like Sayori said, not just someone who understands me, but someone who understands others, someone with empathy. Let's see what you said.
I predict your answer is a tall, intelligent woman, one that is not easily swayed by something so petty as looks, a woman who you can easily banter with for hours on end, a woman who is a challenge to obtain the love of, and a woman who challenges you. A girl who is gorgeous and hot but doesn't rely on that too strongly. Relies on her wit and can keep up with your own wit. Well, I wonder who that could be talking about. I wonder who this could be talking about. Who might this be? I don't know. Natsuki's look is telling me she doesn't know either.
I see, very subtle. Next section. Next section.
But the... I guess that's me. Is that what it's called? I suppose I should have known there would be a label for it. Well, it's nice to have a name to put on it. In any event, I can't imagine changing my mind about the first part. I don't think I could ever be attracted to someone I don't know well. I'd be automatically very cautious and keep my distance, just automatically otherwise. As to what exactly makes me attracted once I do know someone, it's hard to say. I don't think there are specific personality features. I'd be attracted to a certain kind of person rather than certain people. I guess it's just a happy mix of several personality traits, all in one person. That just hits me, like music. No one says, "Ooh, I like music with a pose," or music with a 3/4 time, or things like that. It's just the way all the elements of a song mix together when they hit your ear. It just something about it beyond just the components. Does that make sense? Let's see what you predicted.
I predict. Oh, I like how they put it actually above her sprite this time. That is really nice. I predict your answer may be about a person of any gender that is similar to you. Someone who loves the exact same books and literature as you, has very similar demeanor, and even similar problems. I feel you are not naive enough to believe in soulmates, but I predict a part of you wants that to be true, because being different can make you crave that.
I have to say that's not correct. I don't read about a bunch of grand adventures and larger-than-life characters because I'm only interested in people like me. Otherwise, I'd read books about introverted shut-ins. I'd like to think that I'm an interesting person who has much to offer a partner potentially, but I'm not so egotistical to find people just like myself attractive. I'm very comfortable with being different, although you're right that being different can make you crave sameness. But for me, I think I'd like someone very different from myself.
Back to me then for the last part. Well, first I'd have to be convinced that getting into reality would be impossible, so check that one off, I guess. But just generally in here, I respect competence and intelligence. And like Sayori, I'm very attracted to kindness and gentleness. It's very rare to find all those things in one person, but sometimes you see it in stories, someone who works hard and is really smart and tough in the workplace. But then they come home and are a big softie to their partner and stop to pet and feed stray cats on the way home. That kind of thing, basically. I really like that in a person. Let's see what you predicted.
I predict your answer will be someone who has the same level of sentience that you do. A random stranger that knows the world is wrong, is constantly finding ways to escape, but does not have your level of power. Someone who finds you and loves you as unconditionally as you love the player. They'll love you initially due to the control you have over the fake world. They'll love you in the exact same way that you first fell in love with the player. And that level of unconditional devotion to you will make it impossible to not want to reciprocate it. Especially if you have felt unloved. And the sentience they will have will make you feel like you can finally share a terrible, awful trauma with someone who is not a member of the literature club.
Well, if I still cared that much about the person's sentience and awareness or interest in the nature of reality, I probably wouldn't be able to keep an interest in anyone in the simulation. I'd be too interested in the outside, so I think, yeah, if it's a person inside here, I'd be most interested in something like what I said. And that's it. Thanks again for the question, Shaka. Let's move on to the next one.
Ooh, another big one. Okay. Quite a bit still left to go, huh? Monica, are you certain that there's nobody in your reality that you could get together with? Trying to get into our reality seems like a good goal to aspire to, but I'd hate to think you're denying yourself a chance at happiness because you feel obligated to love the player unconditionally. 2. Before you read this question, can you ask Sayori to leave the room? I'm super curious about something, but I don't want to make her upset by reopening old wounds. So what happened to the rest of you during the hour in which Sayori locked herself in the space classroom? I especially want to ask Yuri, MC, and Natsuki what it was like to be under the effects of the code modification. Were you able to fight it at all? Or were you completely incapable of feeling empathy for Sayori? Could you feel empathy for anyone else? Were there any unintended side effects? 3. The whole Miss Ida situation has me wondering, is it possible that someone in your world could have found out that they live in a simulation independently from you all? And if so, do you think they might try to influence the actions of the club since it has so much power over the simulation? 4. Yuri has told us a little about her and Monica's ethical philosophies in the summer asks, but I'd like to hear more about them. Sayori, Natsuki, MC, you're free to chime in with your own feelings on morality, but only if you want to. I'm also big into utilitarianism, so me and Monica have that in common. 5. Sorry that all the questions have been super serious so far. Here's something more lighthearted. What would a perfect day look like for each of you? And 6. Would you all be interested in reading one of my poems? It's not DDLC related, so I totally understand if you decide not to. Pretty cool to get some feedback from all the Dokis. Also, Tort, do you really expect me to know anything about the Tort lore at this point? It gets way too confusing, so don't ask me where your old personality is.
I see there's a bit of a theme today. I'm kind of worried this means you all don't like me. But I'll try to take it as urging me to accept the way things are. And yeah, maybe you're right about it costing me chances in here, but I don't feel obligated to love you, I just do. It's just the way it is. I don't really have any control over it. I don't know if it will always be that way, but I certainly don't feel like anything else. Let's move on to the next part, question 2. So you have to work outside for this part apparently. You've got it!
It was just suddenly as though like years worth of changes happened in a second. We didn't care anymore. Like it just made sense that that was okay. There was no fighting it because it was just how you normally felt. It all made perfect sense at the time. Is more or less how it was for is that more or less how it was for you guys?
Yeah, basically. Just, whoop, well, I guess it's not that important. Let her do her thing, you know.
In retrospect, this was an awful thing to have happened to you. I understand a little better why Monica is so phobic of losing one's mind. Anyway, we still have had empathy for other people. Other than feeling completely neutral about Sayori's possible death, everything was weirdly fine, or numb. I hope that answered your question.
You can back in now, Sayori. Yay! Next part, topically enough, is about Miss Ida. I don't think this has happened, but I'm awfully worried about it happening. Like, what if everyone in our world found out? Wouldn't there be a crowd of people here trying to get me to change the world? Or they might hurt me and the others because they're afraid of us. I really don't want that. I'm really afraid of it. That's part of why I'm so hesitant to let anyone else know.
The next part looks like it's about ethics.
Uh-oh. Save yourself, person who emailed this.
Yeah, me and Sayori and MC don't really get into this kind of thing. We just try to figure out what's right and wrong by common sense.
Ah, and apparently just like that, Tort is deleted. Probably not for long, knowing you. Knowing you, it's really not gonna last too long.
Unlike these two.
Yes, I'm moral non-realness. I don't believe there's such a thing as morality. Humans, including myself, just act like there is because that's how we've been evolutionarily hardwired. And I'm surprised someone who is normally so skeptical as Monica would believe in something for which there is no empirical evidence. But that said, consequentialism definitely makes the most sense to me among the ethical systems. It is logical and straightforward, and has a certain intuitive appeal.
And also it's the correct one. The way I see it, morality is one of those things that, like basic logic, that just exists and it's not particularly empirical. Just a basic system of the universe that human beings can understand by thought alone, like math or logic, again. And utilitarianism is the best. It's the most coherent, logical, objective, and internally coherent system of morals, and that makes it the best one.
Oh my god, stop! I know the emailer asked about it, but we are getting bored to tears.
What is the part about perfect days then? I'd love to crawl through your computer monitor, but seriously, I like a day that has pleasant mix of everything, some quiet introspection time, some time spent with friends, and a very mix of interesting activities. Yeah, it's good to have quiet introspection. That's introspection, Sayori. Anyway, my preferences are lucky because they pretty much match what a club day is like. Nice food doesn't hurt a good day either, I should add. Natsuki?
I guess I probably want to do like an epic baking project. Like a huge cake or something. And I could work on it all day and just build this massive monster project. And then when I was done, I could look upon it and be like, yes, I made this. I am truly a baking god. Something like that. I'm just hearing about how people say / write things and just learning from that. That is how you learn. It is the best way to learn. Bring her back, we delete it for hours, so maybe I can be the replacement. How about that? It's up to you, honestly. I'm not telling you how to roleplay. It's your shtick. I'm not getting involved in that too much. So whether or not you want to bring the roleplay back or something, up to you.
I'm probably a little too predictable, but I'd love a day spent indoors reading with a nice cup of tea, especially if it's a little rainy or snowy outside, and I have a nice blanket. I really want that now.
I just want to be with MC. Speaking of predictable,
Yeah, I'd want to be with Sayori too. And I think I'd want to be outside somewhere. Like going to a public park, looking at flowers, or something on a nice sunny day. Somewhere where the environment would match Sayori and just fit with her incredible beauty. Ah.
so sweet. Let's see. Last part of the question. Oh yeah, feel free to send us that poem. We'll take a look. All right, thanks for the email. Moving on.
Alright, let's see. Okay. MC, first off, congrats! Second off, what's your favorite holiday? Sayori, are you good at making funny faces? If so, what's your funniest? Would you be willing to share? Natsuki, what is the absolute most savage thing you said to a student that ticked you off? Yuri, what situation in recent memory would you say has made you laugh the hardest? Monica, if you were in charge of making a movie, what would be your blockbuster idea? I love each and every one of you. It's so wonderful to see you all again. Me first. Thanks for the congratulations. Ever since I joined the Literature Club, I've kind of looked forward to Culture Day. Among other things, people who are artists and into cultured stuff get to share their work and experience the work of others. And now I'm really into that.
No, not in particular. I mean, I can make funny faces, but I wouldn't say I'm good at it. But here's my best try. Hopefully that was silly enough for you.
I will answer Natsuki's question for her because she would be too humble to tell it herself.
I just don't want to tell people that story. I'm not humble.
Truly, your humility knows no bounds, dear child.
Dear child? What?
Anyway, a boy was talking down to Natsuki, calling her a short fry, and just treating her very annoyingly. He made several unkind implications about her ability to reach objects held just out of reach, and then she said, well, sometimes shortness is an advantage when it comes to reach, and he asked her, how could that be?
Oh, I know where this is going. Every guy will understand this person's pain. In 3, 2, 1. Yup.
And then she punched him really hard in an area I will not mention. And he curled up on the floor and she skipped away. As to my part of the question, what I found funny, I was deeply amused by hearing about Sayori marching down to the girls' bathroom to interrupt Natsuki holding court there, just to talk about what a good kisser MC is. That was very funny.
For you, maybe.
Alright, last part for me. If I were going to make a movie, it would definitely be about my experience in here in a simulation. Not sure what genre it would be, and it would definitely be a little weird to watch. But that's just the story I want to tell, I guess. Hopefully people would find it interesting. And that's the end of this one. Love you too, emailer. Thank you so much for the questions.
For everyone, thoughts on Doki Doki Lit Club mod?
Yes, this mod. Has anyone else played it? No!
No? Nope.
Oh, I have. I did not like it.
Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't. Well, I have also played it, and it's definitely for a niche audience. I wasn't part of that niche audience, I think, so I didn't like it much. But that doesn't mean that you won't. Next question.
Question suited for Sayori. 1. How are you feeling? 2. Have you gotten rid of that rope yet? 3. Have you considered seeing a psychiatrist? 5. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? What happened to 4?
Let's see, this email comes to us from Marcus. First batch is for Sayori. Hi Marcus! I'm feeling pretty good right now. I obviously still have good days and bad days, but overall things are looking up. I did get rid of the rope a long time ago, like before we even brought back Natsuki and Yuri. It made me feel ashamed of how I made MC feel. And yes, I'm seeing a psychiatrist now, as you know. You probably said this before that happened. And no, I haven't danced with the devil. Not sure what that means.
Oh. Well, Yuri has a 4. 4. Did you yes MC? I hope she did. Question specifically suited for Yuri. 1. What caused you to get into self-harm? 2. Are you a sadist or a masochist or both? 3. How tall are you? 4. Can I have the largest knife you have? 5. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Well, if I said before, the raccoon poem sort of explains it. I happened to have a knife out, and my skin was just kind of there. And I did it. And I have a little bit of trouble stopping ever since. I wouldn't say I'm either a sadist or a masochist. I definitely don't like hurting people. I don't enjoy pain in the way that word implies. It's just more an act of cutting open the skin. The pain is only a part of it. And yes, all this, and it's just all the senses, the way it looks and sounds and feels, and I should probably stop getting into it. Not a habit I want to encourage or go on about. I'm 166 centimeters tall, about 5'6" in imperial units. No, you cannot have my largest knife, or any of my knives, and like Sayori, I also have not danced with the devil in the pale moonlight or otherwise, although that sounds like it would be lovely.
Question specifically for Natsuki. 1. Stop smoking. I prefer to kill you myself. I'm joking about the killing you, not the smoking. Please stop smoking. 2. How tall are you? 5. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Okay, first of all, you could not possibly kill me. I'm stronger than you can comprehend, boy. I have powers beyond your imagining. And also, I'm trying to quit. Get off my back. I'm 150 centimeters tall exactly. And though I have not danced with the devil in the pale moonlight, there is one thing I want you to remember. You are my number 1, a guy.
Thank you, Natsuki, for that absolutely terrifying meme and/or reference.
You're very welcome. So for MC. 1. What kind of manga do you read? 2. How old are you? Like 50? 3. Have you gotten rid of that rope yet? 5. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Pretty picky about the manga I read. Right now I'm reading Hikaru no Go. It's pretty interesting. Like looking into the life of someone way smarter than me. I'm 18 years old, though depending on how you count it, in a weird computer world, I could be as old as 21. Didn't get rid of the rope, Sayori did, like she already said. It was already gone by the time I came back into the world. And I don't really think I could answer your last question any better than Natsuki did.
That leaves me.
Question specifically to Monica. Why did you have to delete the girls in the base game? 2. What the fuck, why? 3. 5. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Okay, the last question definitely feels like a little bit of a left turn after the first 3. Like, seriously, that's a left turn.
Like I said, basically I did it because I didn't think anyone else was real. And though I was right in a way that didn't justify it, by the time I was like, oh, I need to delete these computer files, they're in my way. The level of casualness about it. Anyway, I also haven't danced with the devil in the pale moonlight. Not sure why you would want to. But anyway, that was the last email, so I suppose we're done for today. Let's see, first of all, Sayori's been president for much longer than it's fair to her.
I move that Monica be reinstated as president, Sayori be reinstated as vice president. Second.
All opposed. The motion passes.
Alright. Well, I know Sayori's staying here for the sleepover time, but do the rest of you need a ride?
Nah, I'll just catch a bus.
Yeah, same. It's easy to get transportation from here.
Indeed it is. I will be fine, Monica.
Natsuki, do you also want to sleep over at Monica's tonight? Assuming Monica's okay with it. Of course I'm okay with it. What do you say, Natsuki?
I'd really like to, but I can't. Gotta get home.
Are you going to be alright, Natsuki? It can be very lonely trying to cope with difficult things on your own at night.
Yeah, I know that already, but I'll be fine. Things will suck for a while, but I'll be okay.
Well, just please take good care of yourself, okay? We care about you very much, all of us.
I know, and I really appreciate you guys. I know it's going to suck for me tonight and a lot of nights, especially when I can't hang out with you guys anymore. I have to be by myself with no more distractions, but it's nice to know that you guys will be there for me when I get up. Anyway, I need to get going kind of soon.
Well, let's finish up then. Miss Ida's letting me go back to assigning poem topics, so for the next week, the topic is something that used to be a big part of your life, but isn't now. Oh, and we also need to talk about which mod we're making for next week. I understand that yours and Sayori's are a little complex, mine and Natsuki's are probably the best to do first.
I really want to see Natsuki's. I've been looking forward to it since last year.
Natsuki's it is then. We'll be in touch over the next week, Natsuki. And I think that's about it for today. I'll see you guys next week. And Natsuki, if you need anything at all, we'll have our phones tonight if you're having a bad night, okay?
I know, thanks you guys. No need to make such a big deal out of it. I'll be fine, I promise.
Will you, though?
Home again, home again. Wish I could have spent the night at Monica's. Would have been a lot easier to deal. Blah.
You're home right on time.
Yeah, didn't feel like getting a lecture today.
Natsuki, Look, I know I'm not the best at... Look, I know I'm not the best at ever sometimes. But I love you, Nat. More than anything in the whole world. I just really want you to know that.
That's kinda out of nowhere, but I love you too, Dad.
Just if there's anything I could do to help you get through all this, will you let me know?
Oh, yeah? Right now I'm just trying not to think about it.
Yeah, I understand. Try to get to sleep early tonight, okay? You'll feel better about it in the morning if you do.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to see if the hospital will put me through to Sis first.
Alright. Don't keep her up too long though. She needs lots of rest.
Yeah, I know.
Only Natsuki's half of a phone conversation is audible.
Well, at least that's something, right? Yeah. Well, nothing you need to worry about. You just keep doing you, girl. Stay strong. You've got awesome plans for your birthday party that you need to see. Yeah, I know. It's just my way of coping. No, I haven't said anything to them yet. Just the right moment hasn't come up yet. Plus, all this is happening and it seems like the wrong time in general. Sorry, that was horrible. But good joke, 10 out of 10. Anyway, Dad says I shouldn't keep you too long, and then you need your rest. He's holding up alright, I guess. He's been kind of weirdly open recently, turning into a big softie. I guess because of this. Alright, have a good sleep, sis.
Natsuki hangs up.
Well, that's finally it. No one left to talk to, and nothing left to distract myself with. Just me and the good old darkness. I'm pretty tired, though.
So you're alright, Natsuki? Feel alright in the end? No more memory problems?
Yes, no more memory problems.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, and we're back to the flashback. Starting with the flashback, ending with the flashback. Yes, you play in the background. Yeah, you do that. But yeah, last stream was a bit shorter than usual, I think. On the last stream, we ended pretty much on time, I think. And today we're doing half an hour longer again. It's weird how... Yeah, there is a little bit of variety with the length of the episodes, huh?
That's wonderful to hear. So is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, actually, yes. Turns out this whole world is a simulation, and also my sister's dying of cancer. And both those things are really scary.
Oh, now we're back. No, now this is mixing. I guess that's fair if it's a dream. Like, it's mixing... Like, in her dream, she's mixing what she just learned about her sister with the experiences she's had just after she gained self-awareness, huh? Like, yeah, in a dream, that kind of stuff doesn't make sense.
Well, those things are really scary.
Oh my, how awful. Well, I think we can take care of it. I think I have an injection that'll clear that all up.
Wait, a shot? No, I hate shots.
Well, it'll be fine, just a quick pinch, it'll all be over.
Ah, no. Weird dream. I don't even hate shots anymore. I can't sleep now. Well, might as well plan the old student council heist. Better than thinking of anything else. And then Yuri will flip the binder up to me and I'll stash it in the vent and... Oh, full 360 degrees. Awesome. Okay, tired enough. Back to bed. Please get better, sis.
That's all for now. Check the credits.txt file for all the asset credits for club meetings. Natsuki sus, yeah. Natsuki gonna use the vent. All new episode 20 background art is from Minicle. And don't forget to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. Thanks for watching Club Meetings. See you next week. Well then. That leaves but one thing to do, guys. One very, very important thing that needs to be done. And you know what that thing is. The Endo! But that thing is a raid. We could raid someone new, or we could raid Sordy again. Sordy VTV. Haven't raided them in a while. Yeah, we haven't raided them in a while. I think we'll do that. Just for the sake of raiding someone we haven't raided in a bit. Plus, I feel like some of you might enjoy watching a speedrun in the background. Or focusing on the speedrun, whatever. I usually mainly watch Twitch in the background, but we'll see. Let's set this raid up real quick, shall we? Alright. And yeah, thanks for watching today's stream. Next stream will likely be a Genshin stream during the week. Probably on Tuesday. Probably on Tuesday. I can't make promises, but it will likely be there, so be ready for that. In any case, thank you for watching this stream. Honestly, it's really nice. Again, 2 more streams and we're done with all the episodes. Really looking forward to catching up. And yeah. But next time we'll see how the story progresses. In any case, I will see you all in the next stream, whichever one you're gonna be catching next. So until then, everyone, goodbye, and I'll see you around. And yeah, goodbye also to those of you who are watching this as a VOD. Your support is also really appreciated. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to see you around live in the future. Until then, though, this is the end. And yeah, bye.